goes out to Camilla, East Indian, Bombay, Julie, number 11 Mango. Pass to Ricky, pass and shoot to let it up, Lord God, Lord of mercy. Big up, Mecca, big up the right mango. Politics church, everyone should go. Big up, Mecca, big up the right mango. A politics church, everyone need to go. Context matter when you know.
Hello, welcome.
The government, they them go down below. Let them back them back, time come for them go. Everybody now I live in a sorrow. Don't know how them a face tomorrow. Them poor and them a borrow. Everybody wanna that you feel know. Make a big up the right mango. Politics church, everyone need to go.
Come in and share up your live.
Politics church, everyone need to go. Make a big up KamlatheRipeMango. Politics church, everyone need to go. Special, another one, Camilla. Some said that she lick up, but they know she tell her what. Every day she fighting for Jamaica. Fighting for your little son and fighting for your daughter. Fight for your sister, fighting for your brother. Every day they get up people that suffer. Hospital in a disaster. People that not up the water. Money missing all over. People do you know them are suffer. From NEGRIL point on to Port Maria. Happy and you love it if you ball out power. No weapon from against her rather prosper. That you guided by the hands of the mighty Father. Big up the right mango. Politics church, everyone need to go. Big up the right mango. Politics church, everyone need to go. Every day she a beast and teach. The government them talk overreach. Take up people and property and them big. Now them gone like them walk on silent free speech. Privacy and them a take it like leech. Big up right mango. Politics church, everyone need to go. Make a big up the right mango. Politics church, everyone need to go. Context matter and you know it to flow. Amount of literacy and coming out the know.
That's right. Walk on everybody, walk on. Hey Patel, how are you? How have you been? Welcome everybody. Welcome. I wanna do YouTube, TikTok. What's up everybody? Boy, this weekend? Sorry I was absent for the whole weekend. I know I always choose a night. I did some long driving on Saturday, and by the time I reached back, my back hurt me. What's up, unfriendly? I'm sorry. When I reach back, you know, say the state where me in are kind of big, so I did have to put on some long driving, and when I come back, my back hurt me. I couldn't sit down a minute longer. Sorry. Whole heap of driving I put on Saturday. I did just need to lie down on my belly. And then Sunday, my back did still hurt me. It never make no sense. So I'm here today. And just to make you know, I'm going on a period of exams later on in this week. And so I don't know how the next weekend will stay. I don't know if I'm going to be able to come live Friday night yet. I will let you know because I have exam Friday. I don't normally come on a Thursday night. So I'm good because I have exam Friday and Saturday. And it's a practical exam. So I don't know if I will be able to come on Friday night. I should be on Saturday night, but I'm not going to promise you about Friday night. Alright? So I'm giving you the heads up from now. So I want to know, say I might be absent Thursday, Friday, but Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday, definitely. As you know, come in, do the thing, share up the live. Tonight's show is going to be exciting. We have a whole heap of things to talk about because I missed couple days well. So we got a lot of stuff to talk about. So share up the live. Let us get the show on the road. Make we get up the numbers on TikTok. Let's get up the numbers on YouTube. Alright, so yeah. Let's share it for me. Let us share it up. Alright, I'm sharing it, you share it too. Anytime when I see me go quiet, you know, say I share because I can't multitask. Thank you, Apples. Thank you for sharing. Tonight we will have Senator Gabriela Morris on the show. She's gonna be late though. It won't be early. Alright, it won't be early. She's going to be later because, you know, it's exec tonight, PNP exec, so she won't be on at 8 o'clock. She will probably be on at 9, 10 o'clock, but she will be here. All right, Diego Wagwan. Yeah, so also we have whole heap of things are going on, you know. Whole heap of things are going about. So far, we have spoken to 5 MP candidates, right? So, Comrade Gabriela will make 6. And even though Comrade Gabriela is the president of the YO and she's also the shadow minister on youth and civic affairs, we are speaking to her in her capacity as the MP candidate for Northwest St. Anne, because as you know, what we're trying to do, we are trying to we're trying to do, we're trying to hear from all the comrades them all over the place. We want to hear from the representatives all over the place. So once you hear from the, we want to see what's going on. Because we have a lot of things to talk about. Let's get the numbers up and running. Come comrades, share the live, share the live. I don't know if I'm still shadow banned. It should be a week now, because it was last week Monday that the live was shut down. You want to see me there, look on the screen and attack, share me and share up the live. And me beg you to do the same. Alright. Thank you for the rose, labor right man. Thank you for the rose. Thank you for the rose. That don't mean say you're not going to get a beating same way. You know say you're going to get a beating same way, right? You know say when I'm ready, I'm going to beat you said way. Alright, because we have a whole heap of things to beat labor right about this weekend, you know. Alright, I'm done share now. Thank you, Paula, for the shares. Share it up, share it up, share it up, share it up. Alright. So I'm going to go down in some things now, some issues. Breaking news, we get in a little bit before we come live today. We get in a breaking news a little bit before we come live today. We hear that the Court of Appeal, wait a second, let me find it. Here we go. The Court of Appeal has ruled that the ban on dreadlocks in schools breaches the constitutional rights. And if you all remember, a few years ago, a child was made to leave school because she sported dreadlocks. Kensington Primary School. That's the school up there, if you can see it. Right? So the parents actually sued the ministry, the school, everything. And this will make the 8th case, because Marlene Malahou Fort, as the at the time she was the Attorney General, tried to defend this. This will make the 8th case that the government of Jamaica has lost in the Constitutional Court in the last 9 years. Yeah, the 8th case. Imagine you have a government that is just losing cases left, right, and center in the Constitutional Court. This is the 4th case they've lost since year. Have you ever heard anything like this? This is the 4th case. Imagine left, right, and center them just a lose case. So it just don't make no sense. And these are the people who are messing with our constitution, you know. Them don't even know the constitution, and yet they're messing with it. They have their lackeys, they have their yes men. Down to Marlene Pastor upon the Constitutional Reform Committee. Our church, where she throw tithes to, as the representative of the church, is Marlene, personal pastor. And these are the people that we have messing with our constitution. Thank you, Lily. Thank you. So I want to come on and share up a live. That goes for you to YouTube. Yeah, I've never heard any nonsense like this. But as I say, this goes to show you, Wagwan Joseph, 8 cases and you have illicit 8. 8 is JP lucky number and friendly. 8 is them lucky number. The number 8 hate them. Number 8 hate them. I put on my glasses so I can see no comments them better. Can you imagine? Yes, my love. It's not a year for them. But it is what it is. And I will say to you, comrades, that we have some serious problems, you know, if these people are entrusted with messing with our constitution. That's what it boils down to. Anyway, moving on to the next story now. Make I remove this. And, you know, speaking of breaching the Constitution, I see the JFJ has come out and said, remember I have been talking to Uno about all of these people who are being made to apologize either to the Prime Minister or the police. Well, the lawyer girl from JFJ is now saying that a forced statement of regret has no basis in law and it violates the constitutional right of the people. I said this, you know. I said this is a clear violation of people's constitution if you're going to go dig them up from under them bed, and instead of charging them, you are now forcing them in front of a camera to apologize for perceived wrongdoing. Policeman is not judge, you know. Judge nor jury. See it there? So, Michael Jackson from the JFJ is saying that they should be careful. And I want to read this article. Somebody want a chance. Little later down in the program, sir, you get the chance to pound them, but not right. Paul, you can say anything you want to say. If a man come out and talk, go out and you think, first of all, speech, there is nothing in law that prevents somebody from talking. So anybody can tell the Prime Minister to go suck him mother and he cannot do anything about it because it is not a crime. There is no crime that says you cannot tell the Prime Minister to go suck him mother. None. None in law. So when you go and take somebody out just because you don't like what the person says, you think you can do it. I just did. Right? You think him can come lock me up yet? First of all, I'm going to let anybody who try come in my yard, I'm going to let go my pit bull on them. Police or not. I'm going to let go my pit bull and them. And bull, him name bull and him don't play. And you have to go jump over my high fence because my fence is very high and my yard is very big. And you have to go. Yeah, I don't live in a board house in some area where you can just kick off the door and come in. I have an automatic gate. So try it. It's not everywhere you can try those things with. It's not everybody you can do those things to. That's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. So you can only do these things with marginalized people who don't know better. Because there is nothing in the law. And if a policeman should ever try that, with anybody from me, well, if with anybody from me, listen to me now. Listen here. Me can hire a lawyer, you know. Yeah, me can hire a lawyer. Because ain't no policeman have no authority to record anybody with them so-called arrest. If you arrest somebody, you charge them. But because poor people don't know no better. Poor people don't know no better. You think government badness can work with anybody? You think it's everybody government badness can work with? It's not everybody government badness can work with. Rather you're back. What go on, brother? Me soon discuss your situation. But it's not everywhere you can go and try them something there. Sure and friendly. We are talking about the situation where it not going to derail me because we are talking about the unconstitutionality. Big up yourself, Rado. Of taking people from out of them house and forcing them to apologize. And I hope that JFJ finds some of these people. The first person she need to find is Outer Road. The blogger from TikTok with them silence, literally, because they did that to him and make him apologize. They need to find him and some of the others who they have done this to. Because, as me said, there is nothing in the Constitution. There is no law. None. No law that says that I cannot cuss off a Prime Minister. That's the bottom line. Now look for the article by the JFJ. Man killed, boy. The news festive today, though, you know, we have a whole heap of things to go through. But we have time because Comrade Gabby, who is coming on, is not coming on until a little later because she have, as I said to you, she have, here we go, she has executive. There are growing concerns about the recording and release of what appears to be coerced apologies from individuals accused of wrongdoing by the authorities, with critics suggesting that the practice may infringe upon their constitutional rights. No, but you see, Hugh Blair, Paul is just another dunce laborite who don't respect the Constitution. And this is why the JLP keeps losing in their constitutional battles. This is why they keep on losing, because they don't respect the Constitution. What they're relying on is the fact that a lot of people are not aware of their constitutional rights. And this is why we have programs like this to educate people. You understand? One thing me slack up on is releasing my video them, the regularity of my videos, and that is because me about some serious books. But you know, listen to me and listen to me good. Right? The latest public apology came last week from Calvin Campbell, the man believed to have been operating an overloaded vehicle while seated in the lap of a passenger. And number one, nobody says that the taxi man never commit an act of wrongdoing. Right? Not a soul. He did. Because you're operating an overloaded vehicle and you're sitting in your passengers. I mean, that is a clear breach of the law. That is a clear breach of the law. You understand? But charge the man. Campbell apologized for the act reportedly while in the custody of the Transport Authority and was charged with several charges. Was slapped with several charges. So he was also charged. So this is what I don't understand. It's not like say boy, if you don't apologize, we're going to charge you. He was charged and still made to apologize. Doing this is not legal. It is not legal. Right? This is a violation of the man's constitutional right. Arrest a man and charge him. And after, if you're supposed to lock him up and offer him bail. Then you're going to put it out now. Alright? But one attorney at law believes that such apologies are insincere and pointless and that the practice should be discontinued. Additionally, he observed that many of these recordings occur while the accused is sitting within the confines of an authority's office, often with a demeanor suggesting that they have been directed to apologize before being permitted to leave. This raises questions about the motive of the recordings, which often end up viral on social media. It is not confined to anything under the Road Traffic Act or anything under the Transport Authority Act. There is, as far as I know, nothing under any act in Jamaica that can impose any such authority, whether it's police or transport authority. Not even a judge can insist on anyone apologizing as part of penalty or sanction which they can impose. So when me want to know where Paul there. Me want to know where Paul this stand they know. So are you telling me that you are going to break the law? The authorities have the right to break the law, or are you a law unto yourselves? And that me want to know, because you saying that I should try it. Try it and who go make me apologize? Come arrest me. Come arrest me. Is that you for do? Come and arrest me. Come and arrest me and tell me what law you are arresting me in with. Come and arrest me. Because apparently you think you can go along and make up your own rules as you go by. You don't realize that this is a society governed by laws. And you can't just make up a law to suit you. If we tell you if you go suck your mother. Because there is no law in the Jamaican constitution that says you can't go suck your, nobody can tell you to go suck your damn mother. That's just the truth. Ali bless. I'm so sorry for that. We're going to discuss the light situation very shortly because we have whole heap of, as I say, comrades, we have whole heap of things for do, for talk about. I would like you to share the live, right? I could get the numbers up. I'm very encouraged that the numbers are climbing. Listen, that boy they born and suck green milk out time mother here. Him born, St. Nicholas, him born sucking green milk will look like swab water out time mother. That's the bottom line. You following me? Now man, we have a small sermon for preach about JPS tonight. Me tell you, say politics church I go nice tonight, you know. And now listen to me. It a go nice tonight. So we're going to move on to the next story. But I just want to show you where these people continuously breach. No, it a go get nice now. Nice time now. Long time we no have no nice time. Do you, yeah. Think about that, comrades. And the labor right with up on the page. Let me ask you this now. Now last week Desmond claimed say, wasn't it last week that Desmond Mackenzie claimed that Jamaica is doing very well? We are recovering very well from DARYL, and we remember say we did feature him as the jackass of the day one day last week, you know. Let me see if I can find it. I am going to see if I can find it because I need to post it again before I move on to the next story. I'm going to see if I can find it. I am sure that last week one day, yes, I spoiled you, Mango. I'm sorry for spoiling you, my baby. Sorry. No, as me say, I am sure that one day last week, Desmond Mackenzie did say that Jamaica did very well during DARYL. Wanna make me know. Wanna tap up the screen and wanna type if you remember. If you remember, say I remember. If you remember, say I remember. Big up yourself, Loxley. Big up yourself, Alena. If you remember when Desmond said, let me see if I find it. Come and no say. I know I have it, you know. And I want it because it's for a specific reason. I want to talk about it for a specific reason. I don't see it in me. The member said Desmond say the JLP did very well. Let me see if I have it on in my. Let me see if I can find the image on my laptop and put it on YouTube, because I am sure Desmond said, thank you, Ran. Thank you, Ran. Don't be thank you so much, Ran. I really appreciate the gift. Thank you. One day last week, I am sure Desmond Mackenzie said that Jamaica has done very well. They did very well. You don't remember that? I can find it though. I'm gonna find it. But I'm not gonna hold up the program looking for it because I cannot find it right now. But I say that to show this. Because you see, the Gleaner and other media houses did everything to try and help ANJU'S and his government to PR their way out of DARYL, but it not working. It not work. All of a sudden, comrades, ANJU'S is appealing for patience. I don't get it, you know. I don't get it. I don't understand. Not just last week, them said them do well with DARYL. So how comes now they are suddenly appealing for patience? May go read the article here. I'm going to read this article. I don't get it. I am confused. I'm confused by this. Me really confused by this, comrades. I find the article here upon Nationwide because me confused by this. Last week, 4 or 5 articles a day, per day, littered the pages of all of these traditional media outlets on social media. Nationwide, Gleaner, Observer, Loop, every day, all you saw was this story about how they're doing well and they're this and they're that, and me not understand. PR turn up, see it here now. So I don't understand now why the Prime Minister is saying that the government is accelerating the recovery efforts in communities worst affected by burial. I don't understand. You place a gagada on him. You say him can listen, but him can't chat. Because him chat too much. As every labor right with them verbal diarrhea. Every term might chat too much. Chew too much wood. So the Prime Minister appeals for patience as burial recovery accelerates. Prime Minister ANJU'S says the government is accelerating recovery efforts in communities worst affected by Hurricane Beryl. Speaking in Clarendon on the weekend, the Prime Minister appealed for patience, even as he says he understands the rising level of such frustration. But I think Desmond did say them did do well. I thought they said, Desmond said them do well. Me don't get it, you know. Me don't get it. But before I continue this story, I have a Jackass of the day to feature. We start a new. Remember, so we've been featuring the Jackass, you know, the Jackasses. So we have a Jackass of the day to feature. Let me get the feature and show now. We have a Jackass to feature today. Yeah, man, we have a Jackass to feature. All the sound we have theme too. All the sound. Yeah, man, we all have a sound for feature film. All the sound. Yeah, man. See the Jackass there. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Daryl is today's Jackass. Daryl is today's Jackass. Daryl is today's Jackass. I don't know one then why I am saying that Daryl is the Jackass of today now. So I am confused by this man. First and foremost, Energy Minister Daryl Vaz says there is now a crisis situation regarding the restoration of electricity to customers of the Jamaica Public Service who were impacted by the passage of Hurricane Beryl. This is what him said today, right? Him said that to bear in mind. Him said that today. But you know watch here now. This is what Daryl I will go on right here. So. Him still on me. Him still on me. Him still on me. Him have a right for me. Or nay or whatever. But I am very surprised. Because Daryl Vaz on his own page said over the weekend that 96% of Jamaicans, barring St. Elizabeth, had electricity restored. This is his page on Instagram right there. When you read it good, excluding St. Elizabeth, 96% of JPS customers have been restored with electricity, leaving some 26,000 customers awaiting restoration. But may that hurt me because then what was this? Why? So, me confused. Because he said, there is no a crisis. This says, Energy Minister DARYL Vaz says there is no a crisis in the situation. So if 96% get back power, how is there a crisis? He need to make up his mind. I'm confused, Rado. I am confused. I'm confused, bad. This don't make no sense. Arlene, exactly. But this is why I am carrying on our PNP candidates constituency by constituency. For them to tell you what is going on in them seat. Right? Where them representing the people. Because all the labor rights are doing is making excuses. All they're doing is making excuses. Imagine, one of the jackass them from last week, Desmond McKenzie, claimed that Jamaica did very well during Daryl. Everybody is on this one bag of PR. Yes, man, Jamaica doing well and we recover. Yet people on the news every day talking about this situation. And now they are blaming everybody except for themselves. That is what it boiled down to. So now is a Daryl confused. I spoke to somebody today from West Rural St. Andrew. And I am looking to have Comrade Joan Gardner-Webley, who is the candidate for that constituency, on the program this week. But I spoke to a representative, not a representative, I spoke to a resident from West Rural St. Andrew who has a concern about JPS demanding money. I'm going to read the message that I got about JPS demanding money to put on back people them light. I'm confused. I don't understand this. I don't understand this. Make I find it. I don't want nobody says liar telling on nobody. So make I find it and talk it. The Brandon Hill community. Places like CASHAPP, Blake's Bridge, All Green, Thames River, and King Western. JPS said they want 20,000 to put up a new post and 500,000 for them to get back like fast. This is what I got from a citizen in that constituency. So, and I'm hearing from the same citizen that the MP is ignoring the areas, the communities that are populated by PNP supporters. This is the word I am getting on the ground, and I want to know if that is true. And so I'm going to invite Comrade Joan Gardner-Webley to come and talk to me later this week. I see that my moderator over on YouTube is not in as yet, and some of the termites are turning up. So let us get rid of them. We're not interested in any termites on this platform. So yes, man, so I'm very concerned about that. That is something that I am very concerned about. Very, very concerned about it. Good night, Philip Hewitt, Wagwan. Yes, the Costa line is definitely in them DNA. Right? Definitely in them DNA. But the matter is that so many communities have yet to get back electricity. So many parishes. So I don't understand how DARYL Vaz said that night. It's like him just chatting foolishness. Anything will come, I made him chat it. And contradicting themselves. What is now? Because see Saint Andy, this is what we need for sure, you know. See Saint Andy, the people them still a cuss. You understand? Yeah, man, the mayor says recovery underway in northern parishes. Disappointed in telecoms. So now it's telecoms' fault. You don't see what go on. It's telecoms cause the problem, you know. That is what them trying to say. They are trying to blame the Digicel and Flow and the JPS for causing the problem. Because it not go them can't PR them way out of it. You know following what I'm saying? So it not making sense and them go and them try to PR and them go and them, oh yes man, we're doing well. Jamaica fared very well and yeah. But see it, you know? Wanna make this make sense to me. Somebody make this make sense. So Prime Minister, him appeal for patience. We're done with you. The mayor say recovery underway. Alright, we hear the foolishness them talking. We hear the foolishness them talking. So the Saint Anne mayor blames the service provider. See it there? He's blaming the service provider for the inadequate communication. I have a few questions for Mayor. What's name again? Bell Navis. I have a few questions. Mayor Bell Navis, how many roads are impacted by the storm that have already been cleared and made pass? Them can pass. And we're not talking about the town now. We're talking about the roads in the rural areas of your parish. What work have you done as the parish council to facilitate the repair? Because everybody have to work together, you know. Nobody can work in isolation. And I said this last week, exactly a week ago, I made the same point. You cannot expect JPS to work in isolation without assistance, or even Digicel Flow, without assistance from the parish council and the NWA. This is common sense. This is common sense. But them know everything, you know. Comrades, them know everything. We, the people, know nothing. We don't know nothing. Nothing at all. Nothing we know. That may say, we don't know nothing. Them know everything. Comrades, I think election going to come soon. I'm going to share up the live. TikTok, share up the live. Comrades, I think election is going to call soon. Election I go call. I'm going to show you why election going to call now. I'm going to show you why I say that election is going to call. This is why them start to manipulate the news media. The Prime Minister start up back with him promised diarrhea. Lord, wanna help me laugh. Wanna help me laugh. Wanna help me laugh. Wanna help me laugh. Wanna help me laugh there. Me alone can't laugh. Me, good evening, baby. Me alone cannot laugh. Good night to Oldham and Florence and Zach and Yuna and Nadine over there on YouTube. But me alone can't laugh. Wanna come laugh with me. The promised diarrhea has returned. Remember when election about to call, the local government election about to call, ANJU'S all over the place. I make the promise. Them see it, they know. Promised diarrhea again. Promised diarrhea start again. Promised diarrhea start again. Why? The man now is saying that NEGRIL is going to get municipal status. But it's like him confused. Rado, The Prime Minister is confused. I'm confused, bad. Because here is he saying that NEGRIL is going to become a parish. Me personally, I'm confused. Is it a parish or a municipality? Because on one breath, he was saying that NEGRIL is going to turn a parish, right? See it there? But on another breath, he was saying them going to turn to a municipality. So me kind of confused. Which is it, Prime Minister? Because all you do is walk up and down and make promises and bully for empty promises where don't make no sense. Arlene, I want to know what benefit NEGRIL is going to get from becoming either a parish or a municipality. How is it going to change the people them life? What difference it going to make? Him go Portmore go promise the same thing, you know. Him go to Portmore go promise the same thing. And the Portmore people them run him same way. Them run him same way. Same way, so Arlene. I want to know, I am asking a genuine question. Whether NEGRIL is a town, a city, a parish, or a municipality, what difference will it make in the people's lives? That is my question. That is my genuine question. That's my genuine question. How is it going to impact the infrastructure? How is it going to impact how the people live, how the people survive, how them eat, how them go to school? Me want to know. Him can't gerrymander Westmoreland. It's a waste of time, Orlando. Westmoreland is somewhere Westmoreland can't gerrymander because it's orange all over. So him can't gerrymander it. It's a waste of time. Just like how him try with Portmore, and Portmore them run him. Right? Yes, man, remember him promised Clarkstown to, you know, Paula. Yeah, man, him the promise. Him promised Clarkstown, so him going to turn them into a city in the bush with no road. Where I'm saying I'm going to turn into little Miami and then little Dubai. Everywhere him go, so you know the election soon come because Andrew start up with the foolishness. No, but it don't make no sense. The kid they laugh, but it don't make no sense. Yes, same way support more. Him say him turning into little Miami, and somewhere else him turning into little Dubai. Yes, Loxley, the upstairs market, and him going to Morant Bay go put up new library. Everywhere him go, him make another promise. So the promise diarrhea has started again. Exactly, Sam Allen. Right? He never remembers the lies he tells. Yes, man. So I just want to know to be. Yes, man. What him promised Port Royal again, Jomo? Remind me, because him promised Port Royal something. What did he promise Port Royal? Everywhere this man go and make promise. A promise is a comfort to a fool. A promise is a comfort to a fool. Him promise Port Royal said them go in the city. Oh. So everywhere this man go, he make a promise to somebody. Election I go call, man. Election is coming. But you see, I keep saying to you all that, you see, Beryl, tourist mecca with cruise ship, Jesus. So you say him turning Port Royal into tourist mecca with cruise ship. Lord have mercy. But I keep saying to you, know. So you see Beryl come here for mash up Andrew, for expose him foolishness. This is what is gonna show up the cracks in Andrew's administration to the average Jamaican. Make them see him as the 3-card con man that him really is. Diane, listen, him gonna get a radam, you see? Jesus, him gonna get a radam. They are trying everything. Them have the media on notice. The media houses are under strict orders to publish at least 4 PR. Basically PR, what you call it now, articles for Andrew Holness daily. And you can look for yourself if you don't believe me. In the Gleaner every day, you see 4. In the Observer, you see 4. Right? Nationwide, them gone way more than 4. But they have been told to post at least 4 a day. Why? Because they want to ramp up the PR. To make him look good, but it's not working. It's not working. Yes, Joe, me here say him say man turn Port Royal in a tourism hub. But at the end of the day, he keeps on doing the same thing. It's like him can't learn. Him cannot learn from a mistake them. He can't learn. Andrew just all over doing the same thing. He keeps on making the same mistakes. Thank you, Decade, for the rose. Thank you. He keeps on making the same mistakes. If it freezing unfriendly, tap up the live. When I tap up the live, it not freezing on my end. Anybody else experiencing any freezing? You know, anytime it start freeze unfriendly, them a try. Yeah, man, them a try. You know, a long time them a try. Lock we down. Okay, thanks, Dan. At the end of the day, let me tell you something. Him trying everything to get him ratings back up, but I will say what I've been saying all along. I've been saying all along that you cannot, when a product dead, it dead, you know, Andrew. When a product is dead, Andrew, it just dead. Thank you, Rado. I see you tapping. Thank you. Thanks for the feedback, Dan. Let me tell you something. When a product is dead, it dead. Jamaican people no longer trust Andrew Holness, nor anything that the GLP has to say. Because last week, I mean, this is a fine example. Last week, them all over the place. Yes, man, we're doing well. And everybody doing well after DARYL and DARYL Vaz come out. 96% of the people get back light. Now this week is a whole different story when reality lick them. When roads start black. When people start come on the news and protest and talk the things, then when a woman tell people say she can't wash her private part and she have to sleep with her leg open because no light. No, I can imagine how miserable those people are. In this, yes, peak and level off and start go back down, Decade. Him start go back down. Him in a constant descent. Big up yourself, Mr. Wise Guy. Him in a constant descent because, listen to me, so many Jamaican people are still without electricity. How long, Beryl, now? This week we make 2 weeks. This week we make 2 weeks, you know. Wednesday we make 2 weeks. And it's not, listen to me, it's not just St. Elizabeth, it's not just St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland, nor the southwestern tip. Some of the people in the northern belt don't have electricity either. Some of the people in rural St. Andrew don't have electricity either. Manchester, thank you, Diane. Manchester, St. Elizabeth, that Trelawney, Woolipa Parish. We spoke to Comrade Patrick Peterkin over the weekend. Woolipa areas in East Rural, sorry. We spoke to Comrade Nikisha Burchell, South St. James. Most of her communities don't have electricity. We spoke to Comrade Paul Patmore in Trelawney. Most of his communities don't have electricity. We spoke to Comrade Miranda Wellington, same thing. Out of the 6 representatives that we have spoken to, the only one who was confident that most of her constituents had electricity is Comrade Patricia Duncan Sutherland, which is Eastern St. Andrew. There were small pockets of people without electricity, but she believed that the majority of hers get back electricity. Everybody else we talk to have an issue. Comrade Gabriela Morris coming on tonight, and she will also tell you the same thing because I spoke to her earlier. People's livelihoods are suffering. A lot of people depend on electricity to run them business, the small business. Nobody said anything about that, Martin Dryden. Nobody said JPS had any magic wand. Not one person. What we're saying is the government lied. That's what we're saying. First and foremost, if you were here a minute earlier, you would have heard me saying that the JPS cannot act by themselves. If a road is blocked, the JPS can't pass it. The JPS need the help from Parish Council. JPS need the help from NWA. The government control them something there. So I for one can't blame JPS because it's not JPS alone. It can't be JPS alone. It have to be what is not happening is that the people not working together. How you mean why the JPS takes so long to ask for external help? That makes no sense. Because some of the things is the government supposed to help them with. When a roadblock is who's supposed to clear the road? Gifted Zion. When the road is blocked, who's supposed to clear it? Jermaine Davis is saying Cedar Valley Division in St. Thomas don't have no power. Yet the mayor of St. Thomas is the councillor for Cedar Valley Division. And him busy all over the place badding up people. And him can't clear him road them so JPS can go fix up them place. Okay. That is it, baby. It has to be a multi-agency collaboration led by the government. The government has to sit down and bring all the stakeholders together. JPS, NWC, the communications company them. They have to bring them together, the government. You can't just left up JPS and say, oh, no, go fix on something. Left up NWC and say, go fix up on something. Left up Digicel and Flow. First and foremost, the road them clear yet? Are the roads clear? That's the first question. How do you expect agencies to traverse the roads when they are blocked? Wagwan, Pastor Ricky, that is what me asking. So I don't really want you to blame the agencies because the government have to take the lead. But what I'm hearing from the representatives, from the PNP representatives on the ground, especially those who are not the MP, the government claims to be providing resources. However, the resources are not being distributed. And we hear a lot of politicization happening with the resources too. Because we hear some of the people them saying the resources are not being extended into the so-called PNP communities. So them a play politics with it. And think that them going win election when them play politics with the distribution of resources that people need. Sandra Barrett, JPS needed to have upgraded their system. So did Digicel, so did Flow, so did NWC. However, I see DARYL come to the US as a category 1 and mash up Texas. We were hit by DARYL as a category 4, in all fairness. Because the same thing we are complaining with about the light and the power is the same thing the people them in Texas complaining about. That is number 1. However, my bone of contention with the government is them telling a lie so that things, they're trying to PR them way out of it. Them won't come clean and talk to the people and say, here we have a crisis. And them not organize the thing. The people of West Hanover are calling on the Prime Minister to move Tamika Davis. Make I find it. Because I don't want nobody tell me say it's lie, I tell him. Because them love tell me say it's lie, I tell him, you know. So I'm making sure that is DARYL. Another one there. People love talk, say it's lie, me telling. So I love to show when I talk. See it there. Make I put it over here on YouTube so you can see it too. Right? Because I don't like when people say I'm not talking the truth. Alright? So just bear with me because I want to share this so I want to see it. I don't make up when I talk. I don't make up the things when I talk them. Right? I don't make up the things when I talk them. So this is taken from CVM. CVM news. I just wanted to see it for myself. Residents in Western Hanover are appealing to Prime Minister Andrew Holness. That's what it says above you, TikTok. You might not be able to see it clearly, but I'm reading it for you. Residents in Western Hanover are appealing to the Prime Minister Andrew Holness to remove the current Member of Parliament, Tamika Davis, as they believe she has been absent in their time of need. I never made that up. That is carried by CVM. Apparently, Andrew look like he's down that side them the day today. Because you hear him chat foolishness in NEGRIL, promise NEGRIL, all sort of something. So it look like him tour Hanover and Westmoreland today. And the people in Western Hanover are saying to the Prime Minister, get rid of Tamika Davis. Because she abandoned us in our time of need. So the hurricane, she's the MP, you know. Remember now, listen to me and listen to me good. Remember when we heard Comrade Nikisha Burchell on the live on Friday, what she said? That is the MP, not the councillors, who have been given the resources. Right? The MP, not the councillors who have been given the resources. Now remember, in the election we're going over there, Hanover get a 7 love for the PNP. PNP win all of the parish council seat them. So it looked to me like the MP them, the 2 MP that we don't have no councillor back at them, they decide they are not sharing the resources. Why? Because the people, the constituents are saying that Tamika Davis has abandoned them. Me have a question for Miss Davis. I have a question for Miss Davis. You see you lose his mom, you say you're going to lose, so you disappear. So if you say you're going to lose and you disappear, where is the money? I want to know, where is the money that your Prime Minister say you're going to get to fix, to help the people them? That's what I want to know. Because we hear say you're supposed to get 5,000. Hear me, 5,000, 5 million first, and then the Prime Minister come back and say 9 million more, and then some people go and get an additional 3. I don't know if you are in the some people, but I know, Miss Davis, that you are getting at least $9 million to help the people with the money there. That's what I'm asking. Why is it that the people of Western Hanover are saying that their Member of Parliament is missing in action in the aftermath of a Category 4 hurricane? No, you see, what it shows, unfriendly, is that Warmington is not the only drunk crow. It shows that Warmington is not the only drunk crow. Warmington is the only one who chat. But the whole of them are drunk because all of them are doing the same thing. All of them are doing the same thing. Well, if Craig Oates said that he's wrong, because where would he get that money from? Where would he get that money from, Sean? Where would he get that money from? The money did not go to the local government. It went to the members of parliament. That's the bottom line. So maybe him is misinformed. But the Prime Minister did say that he was releasing the funds to the MP them. So what me ask now is where the mayor them supposed to get the money from. That's the question I want to know. So maybe him need to go examine him information. You have to be careful. You understand? He has to examine the information he's putting out there. Because at the end of the day, we heard the authorities saying that they are releasing the funds to the members of parliament. They have yet to say anything about the parish councils. You have heard the councillors that I've spoken to on this platform. We spoke to Councillor Darrington Ferguson out of Papine Division. We spoke to Councillor Julian Chang out of Savlamar Division. councillors are not getting anything, especially the PNP councillors. They are not getting anything. So if him have a personal vendetta against the mayor, he need to ask himself if this is the time for it, or is a situation where he wants the JLP MPs to continue in them seat. Because misinformation not going to help us at this time. It won't. Are you following me? That's the point I'm trying to make. Lennis is saying the road them blocked so the money can't reach. Hey, Anthony Bailey is saying Tamika Bailey got to go. And you see what's up, Petra? You see Lennis, that's exactly the point I'm trying to make. A lot of these roads are controlled by the parish council. But if the parish council is under-resourced, Comrade Darrington Ferguson said he got all of $300,000 to clear his parish council roads in Papine Division. What $300,000 going to clear the road then? That's the point I'm trying to make. And the members of parliament are not turning over the funds to the councillors, especially the PNP councillor them. So we have to be careful about the information that we put out there, you know. Because we can't just assume, say, the councillor them have money. Because a lot of them have been complaining that they have not been getting any funds to clear their roads, to help the people. And Andrea Burke is asking, where is the $4.1 billion that Andrew Holness got for the hurricane? Probably in planning to put it in his election fund. I'm not sure, you know, Andrea. I really don't know. Exactly, Sean. Sean Goodas, you're right. The money was released directly to the members of parliament. The councillors and the parish councils did not get anything. Yes, Lloyd. She is coming on, but she is currently in Lloyd Brown. She is coming on. Normally she would have been on by now, but she did inform me that she is going to come on late because executive is occurring and she have to come on after executive. So yeah, man, she's gonna come on. All right, so fret not. Gabby will be on. All right, we'll just have to give her time for the executive to finish. Yes, Pastor Ricky, the labor right them believe that the money belongs to them, not just Warmington, you know. Because remember, the mayor of St. Thomas did the same thing to the little boy last week too, because he had on an orange shirt. Labor rights believe that the money belongs to them. They believe that the money belongs to them. Comrades, last week we were talking about the food situation with the doctors at the hospital. And I remember that conversation. I think we need to go back into that conversation. Because even though I didn't come live last night, I was on Waterhouse Vibes yesterday. And a lot of information was shared because Rattigan was on the show as well as Herb Nelson and some others. Thank you, Pastor Ricky. Thank you for the roses. And I learned some information. So apparently, Carleen Smith & Co.'s CEO is Dwayne Smith. And Dwayne Smith is the son of Derek Smith, former member of parliament for Northwest St. Andrew, when Nigel get him seat. I want to show that, you know. That is Dwayne Smith. We're going to go back in that story. I know we talked about it already, but we're going to go back in it. It is a very important conversation for us to have. Because I got some information where it's worth sharing, where I know some most someone never hear. Because enough of wouldn't have. I was a guest yesterday on the Waterhouse Vibes show. And and that is on YouTube, and some of you probably would not have known that. Lord, may I peep over my eye before me just put on the blasted glasses in my hand. I just want to bring up back the picture. Here we go. We're going to talk about this. So Carleen Smith and Co. last week, for those of you who weren't aware. Alright, so we're getting inactivity on the live on TikTok. So I don't know what that means. We need to engage with me more, share up the live more, and more gifts. Gifts work too, and thank you, Pastor Ricky, for the gifts. Everybody was giving me a gift, but we don't know how TikTok stay. TikTok love money, you know. Every time I want to give gifts, TikTok make money off it. So when them say the live now get no gift and them something they no love, no taps, no nothing like that, them start flag the live for inactivity. May I tell you from now. I know me can be not me as a person. I don't beg. But it's so TikTok set up there's something weird. Money have to let off, money have to run. You know what Debbie Bird say? Money have to run. Yeah. Yeah, same so. Alright, so I want to listen to me and listen to me good. Thank you, Paula. Thank you. Listen to me and listen to me good now. Last week, for those of you who don't know the backstory, last week, some doctors were complaining about getting crackers and cheese for dinner when they were coerced to come to work during burial. So some of them were posting some of the meals that they received, and that is one of them. Crackers and steel. As you look on the cheese, you see it's steel. You know when orange cheese, when tasty cheese are steel, it get extra orange. As you look on that cheese, there you see it's extra orange, don't it? Look on the cheese good. Look at the cheese good. As you see the cheese, you know say it's steel, don't it? Make I put it up here so over and this so you can see it too. I want to make sure so you can see it over here so too. So now look on the cheese. Everybody can see the cheese? The cheese spoil. The cheese stale. You know when it get tough, it's stale. So they gave the doctors that were working during burial that to eat. Exactly bad Indian. It look like say it open. You know when the tin open long time and it out and it get hard and stale. That is how the cheese look. So it's tough, like you can use it and bust it with it. So this is a doctor that is holding that food and complaining that this is what she was given for her dinner when she was compelled to work during the storm and couldn't go home for 36 hours. And that them care come gear in a hospital. And so we did a little investigation and we found that a company called Carleen Smith and Company was issued with a contract for $2.1 billion over a 3-year period to provide meals. Sarah provided this contract to provide meals for not all of the hospital them in Sarah, as I thought. Because that's the information I shared on Friday. Because I assumed that this contract was to provide meals for all the hospitals in Sarah. But no. This contract is to provide meals for KPH and Victoria Jubilee Hospital only, comrades. Only. So not Bustamante, not Spanish Town Hospital, not Princess Margaret Hospital or any other hospital within Southeastern Regional Health Authority. Just KPH and VGH, Victoria Jubilee Hospital. Those are the only hospitals that this contract of $2.1 billion for the year was signed for. I kid you not. But on further digging in, comrades, Carleen Smith and Company's CEO, is not Carleen Smith, who is the wife of Derek Smith, former member of parliament Derek Smith. No. The CEO is actually her son, Dwayne Smith, Councillor Dwayne Smith. That's who you're seeing right there, beside Nigel Clark. That is who you are seeing right there beside Nigel Clark. And Dwayne Smith is a councillor in Nigel Clark's constituency. So this contract of $2.1 billion to provide crackers and stale cheese for doctors and patients, because we read the contract, we read it. It didn't only say doctors, it said doctors and patients. This contract was given to a sitting councillor, a sitting JLP councillor. Whose ministry is this again? And come talk to me now. Ufa ministry tough. Ufa ministry Sarah Fallanda. And you type in the answer and I come know no bright. When you type in the answer become know no bright. Ufa ministry this. Thank you, Maurice. Thank you, Angela. Christopher Tufton again. Christopher Tufton yet one more time. Dr. Death himself. Him not tired for him name call up. And that I want know. Tufton don't tired for him name call up in all of. So you give one councillor the debt contract. And you give another one the food contract. Me confused. He has no shame. He has no moral decency. Him have nothing about him. With him dead eye them. And then when him done, him act like say he is innocent. Like he's not doing anything wrong. And want to go out there and cuss off real life doctors who go school and get them papers. Hey, let me tell you something. You see, when me finish my clinical doctorate in physiotherapy, Tufton can't talk to me now. Him can't talk to me. Him can't talk to me. Because me go run him with him fake doctorate. You see, when you see how under my eye them still dark, when you see how my eye them sink. Remember say me is a proper hot girl, you know, I'm normally well put together, you know, but look there. I them well think because I have a bus book so hard. Because everything we have to do with medicine or allied health care, you have to bus book hard. And you have this scruff, this demon, this narcissist, this sociopath, making all of these decisions. Making all of these decisions. Thank you, Pastor Ricky. Oh, this makes sense. That is it. Lennis Shim. Remember, you know, for those of you who don't know the backstory, who don't even want to go in a market me yet, you know, out of many. Good night, Natalie. How are you? Remember, you know, Derek Smith retired because Derek Smith did sick bad diabetes, nearly lose him. I think him did lose him leg. I'm not sure. I don't remember. But him have bad, but him sick. And I don't call down sickness on nobody or wish. This is not the argument, right? Him did very sick and did have to step aside. But while Derek Smith was the MP for Northwest St. Andrew, his son Dwayne Smith was the councillor. Let me tell you the division. I think is, I don't know if is I don't know if it's Pembroke or the division name, or it name. It's not doing a part division. I'm sure about that. That is Anthony Hilton. I go and find out the division. I'm going to find out the division. Is Patrick City Division it name, Carter? Chancery Hall Division. The name of the seat, the name of the division is the Chancery Hall Division in Northwestern St. Andrew. There you go, Maurice. It named Chancery Hall Division. Right? It's way back at the back near it border with Duane Park. It near the hillside. Alright? So he was always the counselor there from his father time. But his father has been grooming him to take over when him stepped down. And everything was going on well. Because remember now, Northwest St. Andrew is a safe seat for GLP. Right? Derek Smith has been winning that seat for years. And Derek did it before Andrew. And we know that from Andrew, a little boy. Sorry to hear, Natalie. I'm so sorry to hear. So, Derek has been grooming his son from him a little picnic to take over the seat from him. But Andrew come and upset the apple cart. Andrew decided to insert Nigel, because remember, your man them act like royalty. Remember, it's the same thing with Pernell and Feemson too, and Andrew upset the apple cart the too. Because if Pernell do it with him picking them too, them think say them can will the seat to them family member them. It's a labor right thing. It's something where them pass down. Right? Anyway. So Andrew mashed that up now because Nigel was a senator, but he wanted Nigel to be the Minister of Finance after Audley Shaw, because he wanted to reshuffle. But so the Minister of Finance cannot be a senator. So Nigel did have to get a seat. So when Derek decided that he was going to resign, Andrew pulled a coup and pushed Nigel in the seat over Duane Smith. So so sake of that, your man in the vex bad Jomo. So sake of that now, them did have to find something to soothe the soul of Duane Smith and Derek Smith. So they soothe his soul in the way of multi-billion-dollar contracts. For him to settle as a counselor and don't run up his mouth and yap up his mouth. Something like what them did do to Othniel Lawrence when they decided to give Crystal Lee the seat over him. Remember, it's the same thing that happened down Northwest St. Anne. They give them the big contracts to keep their mouth shut. Because labor right licky them love money bad. Yes, man, here even them love money bad. Yes, Carter Wang, he had a transmetatarsal amputation on his foot. Right? Him losing part of his foot. That's what I said, he's an amputee. That's what I said. Normally it's because of diabetes you get most of the times. I don't know. But all I do, I'm not calling down no sickness upon the man. I just telling you how the story go. Right? The bottom line is, what my husband next wife me see you. My husband next wife me not calling him, but me see you. Hi baby, make sure you take care of him till I come home, and make sure you're taking care of him till I reach home. Make sure you're taking care of my husband until I reach home. My sister wife is watching the live. So I have to make sure she take care of my husband till I come home. Right, ma'am? I see you, but now I call your name. Big up you. Is it big toe alone him lose? Or him lose the whole of the toe them? Anyway, that is redundant. That is redundant. Whether him lose 1 toe, 2 toe, 5 toe, the foot or what. The bottom line is that he decided to resign because of health reasons. He decided to retire. Expected that his son, Duane Smith, who is seen pictured here with Nigel Clark, would have been getting the seat because he has been grooming him all along for the seat. And Andrew Holness pull a coup and put in Nigel. Just like how Andrew Holness pull a coup down at North Central Clarendon when Purnell retire and put in Nesta Morgan. I'm sure him have regrets about that now. Sure him have big regrets about that, because Nesta is not going on well at all. But the bottom line is the same way. Wagwan Kezia Clothing is the same thing, the same way. Right? But it's a labor, as I said, it's a labor right thing, you know. Labor rights believe that they have a right to these things. They don't believe in democracy. They don't believe in democracy. Patrick Hayes is saying he lost his big toe. Whoever him lose, it don't really matter to me. Whether it's all of them 1 toe, 2 toe, 10 toe, I don't know. All the bottom line is that is the truth. If they want to will the seat, it don't matter how much toe him lose. The bottom line is he wanted to will the seat to Andrew, to him son. Wagwan, Comrade Peterkin, you good? Yes, man, DARYL take over the whole of Portland. It's something where them, this is something that they do. It's something that them do. Yes, man, them want to when I get back, Comrade Peterkin, the area, them get back electricity now. Or the electricity situation stay in the constituency. Because we were talking about that a while ago, you know, the fact that DARYL Vaz claims that initially he claimed that 96% of Jamaica outside of St. Elizabeth get back electricity, but now him claiming something else. So we just ask, because you're one of the 5 MP candidates that I have spoken to so far in the aftermath of Hurricane Beryl, who had serious issues with your constituency. So I just want to know, baby, they are very entitled. You know, I'm glad you asked that question. User 423 whatever, I'm glad you asked that question there, because with Mavis Bank still bad. Thank you. I'm glad you asked that question, because I have something else for sure now. So somebody just asked, a labor right, I presume, a termite just asked, what is the PNP doing? Right? Now, as you know, Comrade Leader Mark Golden has been doing tours that have not been covered by the media. And last week, Comrade Leader toured the Prime Minister's constituency. Yeah, that is the Comrade Leader in West Central St. Andrew, right? With the MP candidate, Comrade Paul Buchanan. And they looked at a gully that was behind the mustard seed community inside of Andrew Holness's own constituency. So Andrew Holness is all over the place yapping his mouth. But this is what the gully in his constituency looked like in the immediate aftermath of Hurricane Beryl. It was a mess before, and the people were complaining. The people wanted to know, why is it that their MP, who is the Prime Minister at that, has forsaken them? Well, comrades, Mark Golden do that. Mark Golden do see now, him show them up, look what is happening. Mark Golden has forced Andrew Holness to get to work and clear the gully and fix the gully, right? Which was directly impacting the people of Mustard Seed community. Mustard Seed community is the home for the picnic them, the disabled kids. So see then now, Mark Golden do that, you know. Yeah, man, Mark Golden send Andrew to work. So for you, Mr. Termite, I don't even know what your name. We come over here and ask me what the PNP do. See it there? PNP do that. PNP do that. We have something else for show now what PNP do too. Right? Now I don't know if I did send this over to... Did I send this over to YouTube? Make I check. But I know the writing is small, comrades on TikTok, but it is a post from Maroon Chief Richard Curry, and I'm going to read it. It's very important. No, that's not it. Let me see if I had sent it over. But it is very important that I read it. Because we are going to read it, man. We is going to read it. Me nah see it, you know. It no look like Satan come over at all, at all, at all. See it here? Alright. Alright, we have it. We have it. We're sharing it with you too over on YouTube right now. So this is a post by Chief Richard Curry of their Compound Maroons. As recovery efforts continue to end around a compound, I want to send a special thanks to those who have aided thus far in these efforts. Big thank you to Grace Kennedy Financial Services, World Brand Services, Honorable Mark Golding, and offices of the PNP, and of course our Maroon family in the diaspora, particularly the Dutch Pot family, who have all assisted in making this effort possible. So while Mark Golding is experiencing this media blackout, he is working and he is helping people and he's being acknowledged. He's on the ground working. So for all of you labor rights who have it that Mark Golding is going with him too long empty and them know I'm going with him checkbook. Because Mark Golding money turn up. So you not seeing what is happening, but what is happening is doing. And he's on the ground working. Without government money. Why you think ANJU'S all over the place now with him promised diarrhea? It is because even though the media has blacked out Mark Golding, the people on the ground are feeling his presence. Chief Richard Curry is not the only person to personally come out and thank Comrade Leader Mark Golding. We just want to put that out there, you know. So when you termites come out, you know, say the rain and the heat combination love bring on you out. So when you termites come out and chat, just remember that Mark Golding is working and people are aware of his work. That is it, done. Actions speak louder than words. Action speak louder than words. So Chief Richard Curry is acknowledging the fact that Mark Golding and the PNP have assisted him and the Maroons in recovery. We don't even want, Lady G, if we were supposed to list out all the things that Mark Golding has done, you'd be very surprised. You'd be very surprised. And let me tell you something. He does a lot of stuff and he refuses to have me acknowledge him, the fact that him do. Remember my story where I'm telling about the stretcher them at KPH? When I put 2 and 2 together and come up with the 4 cause on a bright. And the person, quote unquote, don't want me to call the name. So I now call the name, but I put 2 and 2 together. Because he don't like to brag and him don't like to boast, him just want to do. And him all over the place doing as an anonymous donor. And sometimes it is being noted that him do it. But the bottom line is, when him do it, when he does it, him don't want no loud up. Quietly working, but people feel the impact. Why this child calling me, man? Him make my son tormenting, you see. Torment him ready for torment my soul now, and him know. The picnic knows him alive, you know. He knows I am live and he's calling me. Stop calling me. Sorry about that. My son is trying to call me. Me have one next phone where him can call me and him know. He knows. He was calling this first and then him stop and start call the other one. So that is why I'm not answering that one. Because it will go cut off the live. You understand? Me have one next phone where him can call upon. What happened? Is it an emergency? Yeah, but you know, say you mustn't call me on the phone there. You have to call me on this one. Yes, but before I could answer, you hang it up. Or you're watching me on the live. So you know say me live. You know say you're tormenting bad. Okay, sir. Okay. Are you at work? Yeah, but we talk about that later. That is not an emergency, sir. Come off of my phone when I done my live. Don't do anything. Don't do nothing. Not now. Tomorrow. Make we talk later. Make me go back to my program. Please? Yes, sir. That's the... Yeah, but you always do it. You always do it. My pitney them always interrupt my life. I have blue, pink, green, purple, black, every color. Goodbye, sir. Alright, goodbye. Him watching me on the live and you see how him tormenting? Him a watch me on the live and I call me. Him know me live. He's watching me on the live and he's calling my phone. Him watching the live, Lloyd. So he's not check because him know me live. And him know the other number, 2 phone. Remember, somebody have to invest in a phone for live, you know. I saw my son stay, so the whole of my picnic them stay. You know when my daughter come out, she tormented too. Anyway, as we say, I could go and talk up the things then. I could get back to what we was saying now. Hi son, how are you? Is him call himself Chef Doggy. So see him they commenting now on the live. Hello son. So you decide to join the live now. How are you, sir? Him want a little, no, him just overgrowth. Not a little mommy love him want. You think he's a child? This is a big old Asterian man with picnic. You think a little picnic? Anyway, I'm getting back to my topic now. As I'm saying, Mark Golding gives a lot under the quiet. Him is not one of them politicians the way. Him just load up the thing and him love the attention. Him help a yes Rado is Shandy. Him help a whole heap of people under the quiet and him don't want them to know. He no want load it up. Some of the times when him do the thing then me say to myself, why this man won't tell people say it's him? Why these people won't tell people say him was in? So Nardi is saying a lady was in a hospital and had no money. She said someone messaged her by mistake and she took a chance and told the person they were in the hospital and had no money. Marky G was the person. He does these things all the time and he paid the fee for her. Him do these things all the time. All the time him do these things. And him don't want nobody load it up. You understand what I'm saying? So this is another example of Mark Golding doing what needs to be done without the praise. But people are going to praise him, you know. And the people on the ground know. It's not a little bit of work PNP putting in on the ground without the resources from the government. Here, we sit down on the money. How much money? Prince Charles sent to the government again. Of course, Erica, he's working in silence. He always does. He always works in silence. On the top up the live, share up the live. Andrea Burke, and that's exactly why he needs to be the Prime Minister of Jamaica, because he's full of integrity. Integrity Commission never call him name yet. Him not playing pen pal with Integrity Commission. Mark Golden is not playing pen pal with Integrity Commission like such man. He's exactly that nor there. And when people meet him, say I don't know anybody yet who meet Mark Golden in person, talk to him and don't like him. I don't know nobody who meet Mark Golden, interact with Mark Golden, and don't like him, have an issue with him. Andrea Burke is saying it's $2.5 billion. And where is that money? Where that money gone? Where is that money? Him slate well clean, baby. Clean like I always say, clean like Jesus police record. We need questions. Where is the money? Why is it that the people are still suffering? So where is the money going? We are not. I want to know. Want to see any infrastructural development? Want to see any big massive cleanup by the government? We hear from Patrick Peterkin, Comrade Patrick Peterkin, who was on this live a while ago commenting, who is in East Rural St. Andrew, where somebody said check chopper left pocket. Me can't bother with doing we know. And remember, sis, the allocation in Hanover to St. James was higher due to the Prime Minister intervention. So you see, when we are talking about Tamika Davis, that means the 12.3, the 12 million she get. Where the money there? Why is it that the people are not feeling the money on the ground? That is what I want to know. Then okay, all right. Thank you for this, Sir Kamal. Thank you. I appreciate that that information. I appreciate that information. The people them need so many things. The needs are so great, Andrea. A lot of people are out of their livelihood because, as I was saying, electricity drives the economy, So when there is no electricity, hairdresser can't work, barber can't work. Imagine you have your business. You're a barber or a hairdresser or a nail tech. Or you're a, what you call it now, you cook, like you operate a cook shop. And you rely on electricity for your business to operate. Because if you have a cook shop in there, your freezer them now work because you can't keep meat. You can't operate your business optimally. Because your food are going to spoil. Think about it. So a lot of small business people are unable to earn because there is no electricity. A lot of them have lost their places of business. Whole heap of them have them little shop where blow down. The roof gone. A whole heap of them have lost their crops. The farmers have lost their crops. We heard about them talking about fertilizer, how you must reach as Comrade Patmore, so you must reach a fertilizer and you don't even invest in getting the people them up and running yet. What about seeds to replant? Him don't care at all, but you see the PR, they thought they would be able to PR them way out of this, and it not happen. It not happening, comrades. When you have a caring leader that goes on the ground and asks people what is it them need. And this is this is what makes good politicians, you know. You go on the ground and you ask the people what their needs are. What the needs are. You don't just assume say them have a need for fertilizer. How them must need fertilizer and them do what them going to fertilize with the fertilizer? Answer me that. Where is the money where you're sitting down on? All of this money, where is it? Exactly, Patrick and Pastor Ricky. Them sit down filling them craw. Filling them craw. That is all they are doing. Filling them craw. And filling each other craw. And paying off each other with big contracts. It's not even that it can't not step light. The fact is that you need something to fertilize. What's the point of giving me fertilizer if I don't have nothing to plant to fertilize? What am I fertilizing? What am I fertilizing? No, Natalie, I never saw it. I never saw that list. I never saw that list. But you know, I was on that program Waterhouse Vibe with Wilfred Rattigan yesterday, among others. As I say, Herb Nelson, Ishmael Douglas, a nice long list of gentlemen. Right? And Wilfred Rattigan gave one advice. Do not give the government your money. If you are in the diaspora, if you want to help, whether you're in the diaspora in Jamaica, if you want to help, don't give the government your money. Find a way to help the people without giving it to the government. Because whatever you give the government, they are going to politicize the distribution. They are going to politicize the distribution of the resources so that only their known supporters will benefit and everybody else can starve for all they care. No, he didn't, Natalie. I didn't hear it. Probably he did, but I didn't hear it. I know he didn't because I was on the whole time with him and I never heard it. All I'm saying to you is ensure that, and I believe him. Do not give it to the government. Find an organization. Either you give it to the people directly through Western Union or whatever. Government are going to get a little tax out of it, but that is okay. Or you give it to your relatives who need it directly or whoever. Collecting funds in the community. But do not put it through the government. Exactly, Jermaine. This is what I'm saying. Curiosity Kid, exactly. Not 1 red cent. He is doing, Jermaine, he is doing the same thing that Edward Seaga did with Hurricane Gilbert, and that was the final nail in Seaga coffin. Seaga was never the Prime Minister of Jamaica again. But I predicted this. I predicted that Daryl was going to show up who Andrew really is to the people. But him don't have the, remember I said them call him backward, you know. Natalie, WhatsApp me the list there. WhatsApp me the list there so me can see it. It sounds very interesting and me curious like Curiosity Kid. Me very curious. Very, very curious. But as I'm saying to you, if you have, and listen to me, the people have serious needs. Let us not underestimate the need of the people. The needs of the people are great. A lot is happening and they need a lot. A lot is happening. A lot of people, trust me, Beryl mash up whole heap of parishes. A lot of parishes, Clarendon, especially South Clarendon. The whole of the South mash up. Exactly, Natalie. And this is what is going to bring down Andrew, and him don't even realize. He don't even realize. But you see, sometimes God have to give them the rope for hand themselves. Because at the end of the day, the people are seeing and the people know the truth. Exactly that. We want to make sure that everybody registered. We don't just watch these lives, but we make sure that we register to vote. We don't even have to ask me, no. We don't even have to ask me about if me can vote or not. Don't even have to ask me that. Don't worry about my vote. My vote is sure. That me telling you, and is that I'm telling you. You just a check. I'm gonna check on Comrade Gabby and see how she stay, and then I'll update you. She's still coming on, but as I say, she didn't get to come on the normal 8 o'clock because of executive. So I'm checking on her now to see what time. All are we ready for voting, but make sure someone enumerating the people them. Because let me tell you what the labor right them always do. Them always come with them one bag of money and saturate the ground. That is what they're trying. This hurricane, that is what they're trying to do. They are trying to gather the funds so that them can buy the people them. But Jamaican people, if you sell on a soul after what labor right do, no, you deserve everything you get. Ray Chance, I'm sorry, but I'm married already, my love. I'm married, you know. I'm married with kids and grandkids, Ray Chance. Can't marry you. In Jamaica, bigamy is not allowed. And Mr. Wayne would have a problem. Through you hear me say my husband have one next wife. It's not his legal wife, I'm his only legal wife. Here, so I apologize about that, but I'm married already. Long time. 2 times I'm married too. Alright, I just want to check on Comrade Gabby and see what she's saying. And if she's still in executive. And then I'll update you and let you know. It sounds like she's still in executive. She not answer. Yes, Ethan. Yes, Ethan. The OT Fair Club Fund, which runs every year. Alright, that is also Comrade Golding's brainchild. I listen to him every day now, Curiosity Kid. I listen to him every day and him come back hotter now, you know. Him come back hotter. I see him feature me on one of them video them. If they mismanage Daryl, who passed by, then what if Daryl was a direct hit? Big up yourself, Andre Matalan. Big up yourself. Oh, she's responding. It looks like she's still in executive. I'm just waiting for her to answer. Not even a bag of rice. People are dead for hungry. That's the thing, you know, Lennis. People are suffering. People not making any money. Them livelihoods affected. Them can't go to work. Them don't have no electricity. Them don't have no water. She's still in our meeting. Alright, she's still in our meeting. He was on lonesome today. Who was on lonesome today? Sulfur? He was on lonesome. That is good. One of these days, we'll bring him come over here. Alright? One of these days, we'll bring him come over here. Make him talk. Alright, so Comrade Gabriela is still in our meeting, so we will wait. What we'll do is just end the program with her. Alright, that's what we'll do. So don't worry about it. You don't know, say me love chat nothing. So yeah, man, as we were saying now, comrades, I like how your channel is growing. Thank you, Randy. Thank you. I appreciate that. It is growing nicely. And if you're not subscribed to my YouTube, please subscribe to it, share it, subscribe to my, I need subscriptions on my TikTok as well. And I can subscribe to my TikTok too, you know. Yeah, man, subscribe to it. That's how we earn. That's how we earn. When you know, share up the content and subscribe to the content and give us the gifts. That's how we make a little something. Because PNP not pay we, you know, believe it or not. A lot of people think that Comrade bloggers are paid. We're not paid. We're not. And we give off this gladly because we are doing it for our country. It's not just about PNP and the party. It's about love for the country. It's about love for our country. That is what it boils down to. Just like how Marky G love him country. And him doing it as a service to his people. And I think that is what scares Andrew Holness and the JLP. They realize that Mark Golding's true character is shining right through like a beacon of hope for the people. And they are bothered by it. They have tried everything to sully his name, to assassinate his character, and nothing is working. Because when you have a personality like Mark Golding, Lord, my glasses drop. When you have a personality like Mark Golding, it shows right through. You can't hide it. And nothing you try is going to hide it. People must see the real you. Just like how people see the real Andrew and see what just see what a disgusting person he is. People see the real Mark Golding and realize that Mark Golding is what Jamaica needs now. Jamaica deserve a leader like Mark Golding, you know. Comrade Natalie send me something. Oh, this was on thing the last night. Comrade Natalie, who did this list? Who made this list? Just let me know. I just want to know quickly who made this list. As I see it was on Wayne Lonesome last night. You know, they invited me, but boy, my back did hurt me. I go sleep. Thank you, Comrade Unfriendly. It was on Saturday. Oh, I think it's yesterday. Alright, so they said they need portable generator, standby generator, heavy duty chainsaw, long blade chainsaw, heavy duty rescue saw, field hospital, water storage container, water storage tank 1,000 gallon, all sizes of water storage tank, metal hull rescue boat. Wagwan Bull. Bull, what's up, brother? Unfriendly, I see you working. Heavy duty special roofing, tarpaulin. Reaping crates, seedling trays. So you see the seedling trays. These are the things the farmers need. Water boots, all sizes. Fertilization or fertigation pumps. Soil testing kit, cold storage igloo, all sizes. Barbed wire, thank you, Jermaine. Mesh wire, all sizes. Hog wire, life vests, fishing nets, flares for fishing. So basically these are the things. They probably go around and ask the people the things where they need. This is how you do it, you know. When you try to help people. Thank you, Your Honor. You ask people what their needs are and then you try to accommodate them needs. You don't just tell them what them need. Big up yourself, bull. They don't just tell them what they need and give them what you feel like. Like, what the hell fertilizer going to know? Big up yourself, Gary and Gary Thomas. Florence asking why him don't purchase them from the money him receive. I don't think is Andrew want this, you know. Wayne loan some place into the all of them think there's no farmer would never. Why Natalie me confused? I will ask him, Natalie, and we'll delve deeper into that tomorrow. Not delve, you know, like what Eroy said, delve. We're going to delve into it tomorrow. Right? We'll do some delving to see what really this list is about. Because as I said, at the end of the day, comrades, big up Delia. At the end of the day, Jamaican people are suffering. And this is what I want you to appreciate. Jamaican people are really suffering. And it's not 96 of people don't listen to Daryl Vaz. Daryl Vaz is chatting foolishness. Daryl is chatting foolishness. I'm chatting foolishness. 96% of the people them don't get back light. No, he's saying that is a crisis. Same all over the place. Him head all the man head all over the place. His head is all over the place. Not even the basic necessities are available for the people. Food, water, toiletries. Even pad for the poor lady them. Big up Lisa C. Probably in a Lenny stream. Probably somebody who want to open a hardware or something make this list. The bottom line is what I'm saying is we need to hear what the people on the ground need. We need to hear from the people on the ground what they need. And again, I'm going to say to you, if you want to contribute, do not give the government anything. Because we don't trust the government. We do not know, we do not trust that the government is going to distribute the resources fairly to the people who are in greatest need. We do not know. Remember what happened in Westmoreland with the water tank them? Want to remember that? Oh, he was in the chat. Okay, curiosity kid, I understand. But what I'm saying is, remember what happened with the water tank them? Yeah, but no, they distributed them to their activists. That's what they did. So, Gremilton, where are you located? You say you don't have any light. Where are you located? Please let me know. My guest tonight is going to be Comrade Senator Gabriela Morris, but she's still in a meeting. So we're waiting on her to finish. She did let us know from the beginning that she would have been late. She's speaking to us in her capacity as the MP candidate for Northwest St. Anne. Right? That is what she's speaking to us in the capacity, even though she is the president of the PNPYO and she's also the shadow minister on youth and civic engagement. She's talking to us in her capacity as the PNP candidate for Northwestern St. Anne, and we want to find out from her what is happening in the constituency where the post-burial, right? We know that there was a lot happening before where the current MP was being called out in terms of even the health centers. You know, a lot of things, a lot of neglect has been happening in that constituency. It is my aim in Adelia to speak to every single one of the PNP candidates. It's my aim to speak to all of the PNP candidates because we want to know what is happening across the length and breadth of Jamaica. Delia says no light is in her area either. So Gremlin, Gremilton, where are you? Delia, where are you? Where are you located? Let me know which parish. You don't have to tell me exactly where, but which parish. You're talking Michibu, Natalie. Crystal Lee is also missing. Okay, Karen. It seems like a lot of these MPs are missing, you know, since the storm. A lot of them seem to be missing. Missing in action. And when it's time to campaign, you're going to see them come with them bearing them gifts to give the people them a belly full for a night and then them gone again. Come to buy the votes. And I'm telling you, no, make sure someone run them. Run them. Good night, Colin. Good night. Crystal Lee is always missing. No, but at the end of the day, if she's always missing, why people vote for her? In Karen, If she is always missing, why do people vote for her? That's a question I have to ask. And that's the point I'm making, Karen. When them come bearing them gift, people must run them. Delia, yes, we spoke to Comrade Nikisha Burchell on Friday, and she made us aware that her entire constituency basically don't have no light, and that is more than half of St. James. Estimated another, so Lisa C is saying, estimated another month for electricity in Northeast St. Elizabeth, Comrade Jess area. Okay, what? So houses in the area are devastated, as well as some lost all zinc roof. Yes, we know that St. Elizabeth is totally devastated. Totally devastated. We're aware of that. We spoke to, not Comrade Jess, but we spoke to Comrade Miranda Wellington. We spoke to Comrade Miranda Wellington. Big up yourself, Payday. I miss you in a Payday. Where did they? You know, say you've been absent for a while. You never have no light either. Karen Hines Spencer, where is your MP designate? I know you are from Karen Hines Spencer. I know you are from St. Anne. Where is she? Is which seat you come from? Not the same one. Where is she? I'm going to bring you on until Gabby come. Karen, I'm going to invite you to come on to the live and talk to me until Gabby is available. Because I know you are from the same constituency. As that's why you were talking about Crystal Lee being absent. Comrade Karen, what's up? How you doing?
I am fine.
I know that Comrade Gabriela is busy. She have meeting. It seems to be constituency executive as well as party executive night. So in her, I know you are from the same constituency, Northwest St. Anne.
Yes, she's in an exec meeting. She had reached out to me earlier,
right,
to get a listing of the places that are still in dark, because we have quite a few of the communities that are still in darkness.
You can tell me some of those communities.
So, I know from Sturgestown, you have like places like up in Cardiffal. You have Sturgestown itself. You have some part of mines and those. Most of the ones up in the hills.
Okay, so comrades, let me just introduce Comrade Karen Hines Spencer. She is a member of Comrade Gabriela's team in Northwest St. Anne. So it's not that I'm asking. I'm speaking to somebody who does not know. Comrade Karen knows because she's a member of the constituency committee, right, Comrade? You're under.
Yes, I am.
Okay, there you go. So she know the thing them too. So go ahead now, Comrade Karen, and tell me the areas again.
And then you have in the Dry Harbor division, you have places like Helicon, tickets, content, retirement, and places like retirement is a strong PNP stronghold. And so the people there are really disgruntled because they are saying it's like they're playing politics with the, that is the word on the ground, they're playing politics with the reconnection of the lights. You have places in Bamboo that is old, some places up in Brownstone, Muros and Little Buxton and those places totally in darkness. When it comes to the distribution of supplies that the persons are to get down here, I'm not seeing it. Not seeing anything at all. We did a walkthrough in Corner Street last Thursday, and I was the one that had to be calling Water Commission to ask them, when are these people going to get back their water? Is there any update? Is there anything you can do for them? Because there was no water in most of the places. So it's like the water come back and the water just went to certain areas.
Really?
Yes. And so, well, they got back water down there, but I know that there are most of the places still out of water. Some of these people that are talking to me now, they are labor rights.
I was about to ask
and I'll
you
say to them, and then I'll say to them, where's your MP and where's your councillors? Because we are not seeing them on the ground, and the people are not hearing from them. So it's a sad state, really, really sad state. So I can only say is sometimes it makes me wonder, and I really have to think about it, why they vote her in. I don't know.
So her own people, her own supporters are suffering.
Yeah, you have our own supporters that are complaining bitterly. So it's a crisis, a civic crisis down here with most of them. I think they need more help, but they are not getting it. And as you know, we are not in the power to reach out to them. We can only do what we are able to do, and we are doing that. So, but it is not pretty down here, Camilla. Not pretty.
I can imagine. So, some of the tell me some of the other issues you have apart from the loss of your utilities. What about the farming?
Look, if you walk into the farming districts, especially in Bamboo, I mean everything flat.
Oh no.
I don't hear of anybody going in there to assess this, other than I know that Comrade Gabby came down and she did her walks right through different areas. So she have a better idea of what is really happening to some of the areas, because I was unable to move due to the fact that no light, no water, and my liquor car can't access certain places that is heavily damaged.
Right.
But I know she came down and did her assessment. So she would be better able to tell you what her assessment is in the different areas.
So your area is still blocked in terms of the roads? The roads are cleared now?
No. I put it this way, I live somewhere where them have to put on back the light because we have a major water distribution area. So that
so they clear your road and do everything already?
Yes. And that will supply most, if not all, most of the surrounding areas within Discovery Bay, Dunbarton, Bel Air Meadows, Helicon, those places. So they kind of had to put on back the light because they had to give back Water Commission electricity to get the water. But the roads were clear, the main roads were clear. I did a drive through the morning after, and I could say they started clearing the roads, but you had citizens that came out to do their part.
Come out and do their part and help.
Yes.
I've been getting, this is the feedback, Comrade Karen, that I've been getting from a lot of Comrade candidates, that the people have to be doing the work, that there are no government representatives that are there to help them. You know, the people have to be doing the work. The people who are the elected officials are not on the ground working. It's a common denominator with all the constituencies that I've spoken to so far. You would make the sixth one.
Look here, I can tell you this, Comrade Camilla. About 2 weeks before the hurricane came, my husband went down to the main road and he said to me, Karen, the main drain, I said to him, you don't have to tell me. I see it for myself, and if we get a major rainfall, it is going to flood. And 2 days didn't pass when that happened.
Oh my.
The entire main street and the people in the house flood out. They come two days before the hurricane, and they clean, and they left most of what they clean on the side of the road,
so
where they clean it. So I don't know how that makes sense.
So you
clean the drain and you leave the debris right there, so it must go back in. So when the hurricane came, the entire area on the main road, going back down to Fortland Road, going back around that area, if you have an understanding of how Discovery Bay is set up, everything, all the water went back around to that area.
My God.
So most of the people living within that vicinity, the house flood out.
Oh
and then the drains. I wouldn't even talk about the drains. I stopped one of the contractor one day and I said to him that, you know that there's a drain on the main road out there leading from Discovery Bay to Brownstone. Him said, where? Me say, you really want me to show you where the drain is? You are the contractor where I fix the road. That are your first thing you're supposed to know. Find out where the bloody drain is. So we wouldn't even get into that. Trust me. Nobody down here representing the constituency. I think they just don't care. They get in there, they line them pockets, and then give them friends them the contract who have no clue about what they're doing, and so the cycle keep repeating and going around and around and around and around.
You see, Comrade Karen, this is what happens when you give people jobs to do that they're not qualified to do. You understand?
That is so right.
So they have no idea what to do because you have appointed them. Like, for instance, a classic example is when you make somebody a project manager of repairing a hospital when them cook. That is a classic example.
Yeah, trust me, because I have seen it down here.
So
you give somebody that have absolutely no clue about road and building, road and engineer, and you give them
that
road for fix.
And they don't know nothing about road and engineer because they don't respect education and qualification. This is like, oh, you can take a man and make him a minister of health and wellness, and he knows absolutely nothing about healthcare. It's the same principle. It's the same principle.
It's sad. It is very, very sad.
Boy, we're in a state.
Sad situation, and we just have to get out the voters come general election. Get organized, make sure so we have all the ducks in the row, and get out the voters them to come out and vote them out. Because I can tell you this now, Comrade Camilla, when the day of election, they have this style. They have the day of the election, they're going into the different PDs them that they know they have some PNP that are disgruntled with their party, and you can pull them head with something and them give them a 1 day money and them don't come out to vote.
Well,
and the next day they see me and you and ask you for a money.
Well, you see those disgruntled comrades now, we have to go and talk to them because you're always going to have disgruntled comrades. But we have to go and talk to them now and ask them if it's worth it.
That is true.
If it's worth it.
I ask that question all the while. I ask them. And this is one of the things I said to them. You get $5,000 now. Or you get $10,000 now.
All 20 and 30.
Cannot take you to this.
Last.
But at the end of the day, can it serve you for the 5 years?
Amen.
When you can probably vote for somebody that vote for the party that will ensure that you have a job for another 5 years.
No man, when them
so
them,
instead
them
of money for 2 days, we have money for 5 years.
Eat the food, poop out the food. What comes next?
Nothing.
So
that is one of the problems. It's something that we will have to fix. We will have to find a way to pull out these voters. I think everybody down here now getting the message, and I don't think it's just here. I think it's right across the country. Everybody getting the message, and everybody is understanding what is really happening to them. Because I've always said, I will never vote Labour right, and the reason why I will never vote Labour right, they have absolutely no respect for the poor people.
It's not
and
even,
they have no heart for the poor people.
But Comrade
absolutely
Karen, it's not even just about not voting for Labour right, you know. It's about invite Leighton Smith on the program. Is he somebody sent me a message a while ago. Is he watching the live, Shari? Is he on now? That is the thing, Comrade Karen. I'm saying that the bottom line is, if it's not just about not voting for PNP, no. It's about you have to. It's not about just not voting for GLP. I mean, it's about voting for the PNP, regardless. You understand? Because at the end of the day, right now, we have to make up our mind what we want. We have to make up our mind.
You know, one of my philosophy
always. I don't want to hear nothing from them. Whether you love your PNP, you hate your PNP, you're not voting for the person alone. You are voting
is
for
one of
making
my
the PNP
philosophy.
the government to get out these
Comrade
people.
Camilla, this is one of my philosophy. I tell them, some people say, me a PNP and whatever. I said to them, I am a comrade. I will always be a comrade. And I always put party first. So not care how me vex, or it doesn't matter how I feel about an individual. And the day of election, I am going to vote.
That is it.
So if you're a true comrade or you're a true PNP, no matter how you feel, you're going to vote.
You're giving the party the vote. It's the party you're giving the vote to ensure that PNP becomes the next government.
So
the worst comrade is better. The worst comrade is better than the best labor right.
That is so true. That is true.
The worst comrade is better than the best labor right. Any day. So we have a decision to make. We have a decision to make. Every single vote matter. So you don't like it, whether you like your representative or not. Listen, we passed that stage there. We're fighting for the heart and soul of Jamaica. You see what happened when Labour right run. I hope people listening, want to see what happened when Labour right in control. Want to see what happened. Want to see what happened. Look at where Jamaica is. Look how many people suffering. Are you hearing Comrade Karen talking about the politicization of the distribution of the things that people need in the aftermath of a hurricane, and they're politicizing the restoration of resources. Light and water is being politicized. And then I say them people are some dirty drunk crow, some demon. Boy, Comrade Karen, I want to thank you. I hope that your MP candidate is able to come on. You're on mute, Karen. I hope she's able to come on.
And I'm know as soon as she finished, because I was talking to Comrade Shamila today in regards to certain things. So I hope the meeting will soon end where she can comes on. I am hoping.
Definitely.
Because I'm waiting to listen to her too.
Definitely. I thank you for the update.
Listen to her too.
All right, thank you. Thanks, Comrade.
You're welcome, Camilla.
All right,
no problem.
Yeah, man. All right.
All right.
Comrade Rado, I want to hear from you because I know that you are from Southeast St. Anne. And since you're on the live, I want to hear from you. Send me an invite. Because I know you are also from St. Anne, and you were sharing your experience with me about not having any electricity up until over the weekend. Let me see if I see you. I sent you an invite, Comrade Rado. I want to hear from you. I'm happy that Comrade Karen let us know. Comrade Rado, what's up? How you do? Him still having connection issues because of the internet. Comrade Rado, what's up? Big up yourself.
Yes, Kamla, good evening to you, my comrade sister. And good evening to my fellow comrades as well. Yes, man.
And you're in Southeast St. Anne, right?
Southeast St. Anne, yes.
Have
Southeast
you gotten
St.
back
Anne.
anything yet?
Oh, yes. Let me tell you now, Kamla, well, some section of Southeast St. Anne have been receiving electricity from, I think it's last Tuesday, Wednesday, and so on. We got back electricity on last Thursday, and some communities in the constituency are yet to receive electricity. Like close to the Clarendon area, you know,
The
Bensetton, Gravel Hill, York Castle, that direction, and some other areas. And I'm not so sure if all the area in Monique, because Monique was impacted greatly as well as a result of the passage of burial, Monique, the Monique area, and some other areas in the constituency. You know, so mainly, I said, mainly to Clarendon area, close to Clarendon, close to Northern Clarendon, where Wavell Hines is representing. I understand that a lot of the areas are very impacted greatly, you know, close to that area. So some JPS customers have not received electricity. So we had some extensive damage in southeastern St. Anne as well, because I think Dr. Russell was on the media speaking about the damage in the constituency as well, in terms of agriculture as well too. You know, a lot of the farmers have been impacted. So we get quite a bit of damage in southeastern St. Anne, and some areas, you know, get back electricity while some areas are still without. You know, so that is the situation. And I hear the comrade have been mentioning about the drains. A lot of the drains are not clean. A lot of the drains are not clean. The other day, Kamla, I was passing through the Lime area, and it was like a garbage dump. It seems as if they don't collect any garbage. I don't know what's happening. And it was quite after the storm. So it was a good while after the storm. And the garbage seemed as if they didn't collect. They're not collecting the garbage. Well, I think they're supposed to come and collect it now. I think I passed through Lime today, and I haven't seen a lot. But the other day, I see a huge pile up of garbage in the various receptacles, you know. So that's the situation, but we are recovering. But I'm not seeing much aids at all. I'm not seeing anybody, because even one at a time in a Kamla, I was wondering one at a time if JPS forget about us in this at this part.
Oh boy.
I don't know. Yes, I was wondering one at a time if JPS forget about us, because couple days after the storm, well, we have not seen any JPS representative, but they are there. They are around doing their thing. I can't knock them, because we know we have to call a spade, because you know, we comrades Kamla, we call a spade. So they are out trying their best. The Lime area too was without electricity. You know, because the cables and the poles, a lot of the poles were down, and the wires were, you know, damaged. So I saw some JPS persons in the Lime Higgintown area, where they were working this morning, you know. So
I know you had an issue with your internet connection to
yes, Kamla, for days. It was just Sunday morning, early Sunday morning, Kamla, I receive internet connectivity, and it's not necessarily internet really. It was a mobile, because I have Yarda Road, and a lot of the residents in this area can testify to the same thing too. Their internet service was down, and still some person's internet. My internet service is still down. It's just the mobile part that is active now, right? But a lot of persons are without internet service as we speak.
Home service.
Yes, phone service, right. So for days, Kamla, I was knocking Flo, and I had to knock Flo. I said that Flo has to go back. Flo have to go back to the drawing board, because Flo have been weighed in the balance and found wanting, because for quite a number of days, Kamla, no flow, nobody could get through with any call. Well, thank God for Digicel. If it was not bad for Digicel, I don't know who would manage.
Some pickers, for instance, my husband, who at the time was in Gordon Town, had the opposite experience. He was saying thank God for flow, because Digicel pop right down.
Look at that. Well, this is the opposite. This is the opposite of what is happening in St. Anne. And you know, Kamla, it's not just Southeast, you know. It's with all. Most parts of St. Anne was without internet connectivity. Most of St. Anne. It was not just Southeastern St. Anne. Yes, but
It's not just Saint Anne. I mean, when we hear about it's most of the parishes, because last week, you know, the live them who couldn't get no numbers, you know, rather. So many people were out. I'm glad it come back up over 100 now, because last week all 50 people on the live. We wonder what going.
Yeah, Kamla, I was so frustrated. I can tell you. I was so frustrated because, you know, I used to the TikTok and the YouTube, you know, to social media, and I did not have any access to social media, none at all. Not even WhatsApp, nothing.
You know? Crazy. Me that go mad.
I was close, but you see, it's just because I'm this resilient person, Kamla, so that's what sort of saved me, you know? That's what sort of saved me. And I had to resort to radio to Kamla. Let me tell you something, you know, Kamla. Everybody should have a flashlight and a battery radio in the house. I must say that. You know, it's all well and good, you know, we praise social media, Kamla, and all of that, and technology. It's a good thing. But let me tell you something. If it was not for battery radio, I don't know would manage me, I tell you the truth.
Oh, you manage with mainstream media, they never drive you crazy with them rhetoric.
Boy, may I tell you, look here now, as I talk about mainstream media, Kamla, when I heard this story about, they mention about, so they basically, what they're basically saying that the illicit sex does not exist, or it was like it was cleared up. I was saying to myself, so no, I don't understand this situation, something not right here, so. You know, something not right here. So it was after I started listening to you, and you mentioned, I don't remember where I hear you, where we get a little thing, and I hear you mention about, say, it's not just about the illicit, it was an illicit
Brado, Comrade RJ Dixon, I want to talk to you, sir. When can I talk to you? Send me, let me know when I can have a conversation with you, Comrade Dixon. I want to find out what's happening, because I heard your constituency got seriously hit. So just let me know in the comments when I can talk to you, Comrade Dixon. Go ahead, Rado. So you say you hear, yeah man, the illicit, you see, we show them up in it. We show up mainstream media.
Yeah.
We show them up. We show them up.
I know, but let me tell you too, you know, Kamla, we know that Nationwide would glad to run with it, you know. Yeah. But what I was surprised at, what I was surprised about, because I was listening to Nationwide, it was RJR. It came on RJR News, and it was very strange to me. It was very strange to me, Kamla, until I hear now say the IC Integrity Commission had to come out and clarify the whole thing.
We have Comrade Dr. RJ Dixon here, who is the representative.
Yeah, man, I make way. Welcome, Dr. Dixon. Yeah,
man.
Thank you, Comrade.
Comrade Dr. Dixon is the PNP candidate for North Central Clarendon. And we understand that North Central Clarendon is one of those constituencies that was impacted. Dr. Dixon, how is it going there? Good night. Welcome. Thank you for coming on. I just see you and just grab you, because we were supposed to have Comrade Gabby, but she's in a meeting. So I'm happy that you came on so that I could see you. What's happening down there?
Good night. So, I mean, in the north, we weren't as badly battered as in the south of Clarendon. But there were a lot of damage to some properties for some persons. So while you might not see an entire community flat as it was in the south, there are pockets where you might have 5 and 6 and 7 houses in one pocket that had roof damage, etc. Even Sunday I was visiting some areas, and they literally still have just random cables strapping down their roofs, because they said they don't know if anything is going to hit or the wind is going to blow them off. So we do have damage in terms of businesses. A number of the small businesses, you know, the little Shrine Man with him shop on the corner and stuff, some of those were damaged as well. And to compound that, there are still many areas without electricity. The truth is that our electricity lines and poles, they weren't as badly damaged as other areas. We do have some areas that some poles went down, but for the most part, you might have a few leaning poles and some wires that are in need of repair. But the truth is that the extent of damage to the JPS system in many of the areas, I would have expected some of those to be repaired by now. For example, I was going through the Blackwoods, Beckford Crawl area, and I mean, except for a leaning pole and some areas that there was obvious damage to the wire, there was no widespread damage to light poles that they could not come in and start restoring some service to those areas. Because I mean, we understand that, you know, these are humans working.
Right, exactly.
However, we do understand, and I don't want to seem unfair. However, the truth is that there are persons whose businesses depend on it, right? Persons who have lost. One lady had all of 50 chickens in her fridge. Wow. That's her livelihood. She has lost that, all of that. Coupled with what she lost, actual live chickens as well in the hurricane. So there's devastation to some persons, and we also have to look at that. Quite frankly, I think that an assessment should have been done. Well, JPS should have been assessing, but I mean in terms of an assessment to see, to give an idea of how long this restoration would take, and if needs be, get in the external help and have the system up and running.
Indeed. Right,
whether it be from some persons from a Caribbean island that wasn't impacted. Or Florida, just getting some additional boots on the ground to speed up the restoration process. I mean, I guess isn't that why we had all these bonds that the government boasts about and all this money to respond to the disasters like this. Part of the challenge that I had really in my area as well is that there are some flood prone areas, and I don't think, contrary to what has been reported by the government, there wasn't much drain cleaning.
Everybody,
right? If anybody on here, is from Clarendon, they know a section that we call Maypen Woods. That area, it floods. You get 10 drops of rainfall, and that area floods. That there was no drain cleaning there. And subsequent to the hurricane, on the Saturday when I was trying to head to Maypen, the entire area was flooded. When you look at the drainage system, there's silt piled up, and a lot of times they blame the people that they're dumping garbage. Yes, there's some garbage, but most of what was there was just silt built up, tree branches that were brought down. There was absolutely no cleaning to those drains. So we weren't quite ready. On the morning of the hurricane, because I worked through the hurricane.
Right.
On the morning when I was heading in, that's when they were debushing and tractor out on the road trying to clean drain, and I'm like, what on earth is happening? Right, for persons who said that they were ready. And it's a point I raised, I think it was maybe about June 4 or so, early June, because there was major flooding, 2 hours of rainfall, and there was major flooding in several areas. Those areas, the drains still weren't, except for one section, the drains still weren't cleaned in the lead up to the hurricane. The point I raised was that we knew the hurricane season was coming and starting on June 1, right? And it should have been anticipated, especially with what was out there saying that we're expecting a more active season than normal. I would have expected that there would have been much more drain cleaning. And I'm saying if you don't have resources to clean every single drain, you know the flood prone areas, you at least target those areas, right? Where I live, water coming from the road, going through my yard to go back to another road to block it up, right? When this road was built,
you were at work as a medical doctor at the hospital when all of this was happening. Yeah,
but my cousin was here, so he, basically secured the place, made sure everything was good. My house was not damaged. And many houses in this location where I'm at were not really damaged, except for some persons who complained about some leaks, etc. But there are other areas that received much more significant damage.
How was the farming though? How were the farmers affected in your constituency?
Farmers were significantly impacted. They were significantly impacted. In fact, as I move around, people have been just tell me some of the damage. I've been documenting it. Of course, the sources don't come to us as candidates,
exactly.
But whenever there's a statement about how the farmers will be helped, I intend to send in a list. Right? It's the same thing for the persons who had their roofs damaged. I intend to send a list so that they can look at these persons who were damaged. And I mean, overall, I think the administration of the relief efforts, it needs to really be managed in a better way
than it's currently.
Better managed. A lot of farmers were damaged. Not many have been visited as yet. I understand that some extension officers are out on the ground and some of them have very big areas to cover. So it could take some time for them to visit. Yeah, exactly. It could take some time for them to visit all the farmers. But I'll give them that. I know that some extension officers are out trying to assess the damage. But bananas and plantains especially, we have a lot of farmers here doing that. Those were flat. There was one retired teacher that I visited and it was devastating, right? Pension is not much. Pension is not much, so she depends on this particular on her farm, right? She lost over 100 plant and banana trees, over 100, and she was depending on that. Several other farmers suffered significant loss to those as well. Over in Chapeltown division, a lot of the farmers with plantain, bananas, etc. damaged. Similar for Rock River, similar for Moko, and Moko has a lot of pears, avocado.
Yes, avocado.
And yes, many of them, many of those trees were damaged.
Jesus.
Yes, right in the season, there was one lady telling me that boy, some big pear was coming up and she was planning to secure some for me and all of them drop off. So a few less pears for me to get, but thank God she's safe and her house was safe. But they have suffered significant damage because that's also an important source of income for many of the people in the area. You go to some areas and have a whole lot of pear trees because that's a source of income for them. So some significant damage to farmers in the Moko area as well with their avocado and also other crops, tomatoes as well, and the plant and banana especially. Those have gone down. There are some areas that there will have to be some kind of, what should I say, some remedial work to protect the integrity of some of the roads. 3 areas in particular that I visited, the road is literally heading down onto somebody's house. Right? At 3 separate locations on one stretch. It's an area we call Simon in Rock River Division. Right? These people, there was mud through their entire homes as a result of the hurricane. Because the hillsides have come down and these hillsides, they're bringing the roads with them. So some work will need to be done to put some retaining wall or something. Yeah, so that will also be something important for them to do. To other persons, they report that somebody from NWA they have taken a look when they were passing, but they haven't heard back from them or heard what the plan is for them, and they are concerned, right? Because once it seems like it's going to rain, it's almost as though it's triggering for them because anything can happen.
Oh boy! Thank you for the feedback.
So many people have suffered. Yes, when they have suffered damage, it might not have been as significant as the south. But we have to assess all the areas because lives were disrupted and livelihoods were disrupted in our communities here as well. I think some persons might have seen one of the issues is that the Moko police station, the electricity is back now, but they had no backup power system. I mean, essential service don't have backup system. And the only thing that happened is that the member of parliament went there with a generator that was rented, recorded a video. I gather that within a few hours, the fuel that was in that generator was finished, and then the police were basically without electricity. So you have a police station that is without electricity for more than a week. more than a week, working in the heat, and the police station is not a concrete structure or even a wooden structure. Containers.
Oh, it's
they can understand the level of heat that they had. Containers.
Oh my
yes.
God.
To compound that once it rains.
With the police them in
compound that.
Jesus.
It's supposed to it was supposed to just be a temporary measure, but I am not sure when the permanent fix is going to come in place, because they have announced intent for police station already, re-announced and re-announced, and it still can't get underway as yet. So that's the situation. It was mainly just to bring a generator to say something was brought, and then there was no fuel for that. In addition, the police station, as I said, it floods. Once it rains, it floods. So they had to be dealing with a double whammy there. No electricity, and then the station floods.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so those are a highlight of some of the issues that we have encountered so far. A lot of persons still have no electricity. I have been reaching out to some people I know at JPS, and just trying to see how best they can come on the ground and restore some electricity to some of these areas. I have a pledge from somebody, and hopefully they come through to take on. It's somebody that is assigned to. Well, not assigned. I think he's trying to get somebody who is assigned here to look into Beckford Crawl and Blackwoods. So hopefully they can come in tomorrow, and then we have restoration of electricity in that community. Woodall also doesn't have any electricity. That's the MP's community.
His community is Woodall, and him don't have no electricity.
No, there's no electricity there as yet. So that's another area I've been really begging them to look into, because that supply feeds into another area that is having challenge. We call Providence. And over on the Moko side, I gather that Stewarton is still without electricity, and some other communities, some other surrounding communities. Ashley did not have any when I was there yesterday. I'm not sure if it came today. I'm to get an update on that.
Question: how is the hospital, the Chapelton Hospital? How did it fare?
The hospital, it's up and running. I think there was a system there in terms of backup, and the electricity was restored by the Sunday to the area in and around the area surrounding the hospital. So electricity had been back at the hospital from, should I say hospital? Or should I say the health center?
Comrade Gabby is on. Welcome, Comrade Gabby. Go ahead, Comrade Dixon, finish your point.
Yes, I'll finish up so Gabby can come and take over. So yes, it has been back since the Sunday following the hurricane.
Okay.
Yes, Ben is commenting that Richmond Park and Stewarton.
Okay. You have a Richmond Park in your community too.
Yes, there's a Richmond Park in Moko, as the Moko division as well.
Okay. All right. Thanks for the update.
So still several areas though, but I'll make the calls that I can and continue to press and advocate for something to be done for them.
Spur the moment, boy. You always come on spur the moment, I still have to sit down and talk to you, but thank you so much, Comrade Dr. Dixon. Yeah, man, out of North Central Clarendon, comrades. Big up, Dr. Dixon. Thank you, Dr. Dixon. And now we welcome Comrade Gabriela, Comrade Senator Gabriela Morris.
Good night, Coms.
Finally,
good night. I'm so sorry for the late hour that I'm coming on.
That's alright.
Big up to Audrey as well.
Yeah, man. I am happy to have you. I know you've been in meetings upon meetings, so I understand. Alright, so comrades, Senator Gabriela Morris is not just the president of the People's National Party's youth organization. She is also the PNP candidate for Northwestern St. Anne, as well as the Shadow Minister of Youth and Civic Engagement. So we want to speak to Comrade Gabby in her capacity now as the MP caretaker for Northwestern St. Anne. Comrade, you're on pause. On pause your live for me.
Okay, are you hearing me now?
Yeah, man, I'm hearing you now.
Okay, all right, perfect.
Yes, man. All right. So luckily for us, we had Comrade Karen Hines Spencer on earlier because you were having some issues, so she was giving us a few updates. So how has the hurricane affected Northwest St. Anne?
Well, right after the hurricane, I went in and I did my assessment. What we noted was that while there's not the kind of damage that we're seeing in the south of the island, I mean, there's still significant damage.
Okay. You're out again. I'm not sure what just happened.
Persons would have lost infrastructural damage. Persons lost their roof. Are you hearing me now?
Yeah, man, I'm hearing you now.
Are you hearing me?
Yes.
Yeah. So I was saying that several structures also fell. Northwest St. Anne, it's an agricultural community, so several farms.
You're out again.
Farmers were affected. We see so we see that, you know, the agricultural.
Comrade Gabby, I think you're having issue with your connection. I think is it possible for you to move your location a little bit because you're in and out, like seeing where you have poor signal.
St. Anders. Yeah, are you hearing me now, Cams?
Yes, I'm hearing you now. You're back again.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I think where the signal is bad.
Okay.
Yeah, but several communities are still without light at this moment, as well as water. There's still communities that don't have water. I mean, internet access is down, signal is down in some places as well. And out of the hurricane as well, I've noted a problem with mosquitoes.
Wow. And then
so because several areas along the coast were flooded, there are a lot of mosquitoes, and so that brings to the fore the threat of dengue as well as other, you know, mosquito-related diseases. So that's a concern that I have. I've been liaising with the health authority to see if they can come into the communities and do some fogging, because we don't want to, you know, further compound the problems that we've seen because of burial. But all in all, there are sections that have gotten back light and water, so we are happy for that. But like I said, there are still some sections that haven't yet seen JPS come in to even do an assessment. So that's still concerning. As well as I'm very concerned about the distribution of aid in the constituency. We know that MPs got over $9 million, over $9 million to help the people in the constituency to recover. And what I'm hearing being reported from some constituents now is that, you know, it's been political, it's becoming a political tool or political ploy, where certain people, you know, comrades aren't getting the type of support that they should be getting from their elected representatives. And that to me is just unfortunate. At a time like this where everybody was impacted and where so much resources are being pumped into helping people to recover, it should be done in a transparent way. And I have a serious problem with that.
Oh boy. You know, you know, Comrade Gabriel, we've been hearing about this across several constituencies where aid is being politicized, you know. So I'm not sure. Have you seen any sort of distribution of anything at all in the constituency from the MP? Have you seen where she's gone into any area at all?
I've got reports that, you know, care packages have gone out, as well as I think like building material.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So she's just...
And they started to remove. I don't want to make any mischief, but a comrade said to me that they were clearing the road and they stopped right at her house and move along.
Oh
so
God.
You know, even if it's not deliberate, the appearance of these things, it's harmful. You understand? And
Definitely.
I think that we have to try to do things in a transparent way. You understand? So that's really what I have a problem with.
Oh my God. Talk to me about the farmers now, because I've been specifically asking all the candidates that I speak to about the farming in your constituency. How are the farmers?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, lots of the farmers have been devastated. Banana shoots gone. So on Wednesday, I'm supposed to meet with a team of them. They've been asking for support. They've reached out to the MP, as I said, no support. So I'm going to look in and see what can be done. A lot of them are trying to recover crops. Some of them lost their chickens before we could flood out. So it's a huge loss. Right across the country, it's a huge loss. Northwest and is no different.
And we're aware that you were having issues before even the passage of DARYL, because we saw where the health center you were reporting about the state of the health centers in your constituency that needed to be repaired. You know, what is happening? Go ahead.
So the last correspondence that I got was after I actually put out that video about the runaway day health clinic. The Northeast Regional Health Authority, they reached out to me and said that they plan to make some fixes to the facility. They have been struggling because the roof was already leaking, so you know that there's flooding once the rains came. The police station in Bamboo as well, they were without power for some days. I'm gonna check in tomorrow. I'm hoping that they get back some, because the police station there, they were struggling to carry out work there as well. And I want to mention the schools.
Yes.
The Ministry of Education has said that they plan to focus their recovery efforts for schools in St. Anne. I'm not quite sure which is the other parish, but I know that St. Anne is one of them that they're focusing on. So there are some schools with significant damages. I've been calling around, talking to the principals, talking to teachers, to see what has been the timeline as well that they've been given. Many of them have been reporting that they haven't heard anything from the ministry on how they plan to move forward. And this is concerning to me, because I don't want it to be that, you know, September morning come, and that's the point at which we're trying to make, you know, we're trying to refurbish the plans. So it's important now that I think that the ministry not only comes out and says, all right, we're going to make a spend, but they're also telling us what they're going to be doing, and the timeline needs to be shared at least with administrators so that they can plan, you know, with that in mind.
Definitely. So some of the schools that were damaged, and I heard St. Hilda's had damage.
St. Hilda's had damage, Servite, Primary, Philadelphia, Brownstone Infant. A lot of them do have, I know Brownstone Infant specifically, they have an issue with drains still not being cleared. So there's still debris, there's flooding, so even small things like that have not yet been rectified. So that's still an area that we need to sort out.
Oh my God. Oh wow. So tell me about the roads now. What is have all the roads been cleared as yet?
There is still debris that is lining some roads, but some work was done to remove it. I know that National Works Agency came in and they did some clearing of the roads, so that's good. I know that in some sections there were some larger trees that had fallen, and they took a while to remove those. But for the most part, I'm getting reports that the debris is being cleared.
Okay, that is good. So how are the people? Tell me how the people are now in terms of, because I mean, the thing with the people there, they tend to be resilient, but with all of this, I want to know what's happening with them.
Yes, they are resilient, and it's so beautiful to watch, you know, somebody who the whole of them shop just blow down, and they're like, you know, we have to give thanks for life. Luckily, I was able to help a few of them to get back together, you know. A lot of business people, they lost goods. So that's a big factor. With the light being gone for so long, many of them lost their entire supply.
Oh my God.
So, you know, they're in need of help. they're in need of help, which is why I say that, you know, with the MPs being allocated so much, it is only fitting that they try to help these people. You understand? But for the most part, I think people just want, you know, to enjoy the comfort of having electricity, to enjoy the comfort of having some water. They want a break now. Yeah, it's been going on for far too long, and you know, yes, we understand that JPS is doing the best that they can, but it's been days, and I think a lot of people are frustrated.
It's 2 weeks now, almost 2 weeks.
Yeah,
but you know, Comrade Gabri, in my opinion, having spoken to so many, because you are now the 7th candidate I'm speaking to across the island, I still have a ways to go, but just getting a feedback generally from a wide cross section, it appears that there is no coordination between the agencies. You know, they're not working together, so that is why everything is taking so long. There is no one person who is going to bring everybody together, assess the area and say where is in need, who is in the most need. We don't see any of that happening.
And comes, it's worrying because we are very early in the hurricane season.
Exactly.
And I believe that as a country that is so affected by, you know, hurricanes, we should be planning our crisis management from even long before June 1. You know, so it worries me that we don't have that kind of cross sector and cross ministry collaboration that we should be seeing. JPS, of course, I saw somebody say on Twitter, and I found it quite strange that in Gilbert, I wasn't born that time.
Oh, really?
But it was accounting that in Gilbert it took months to get back light for some people.
Yeah,
and my question was, okay, but we are years away from when Gilbert happened. Are we saying that we haven't done the work to ensure that JPS is properly equipped so that we can recover? Is it that more work needs to be put in to ensure that, you know, the personnel are in place as well as the resources are in place to ensure that we recover? These are questions that we need to ask and we need answers to.
But you know, Comrade Gabby, I just remembered a while ago that the ODPEM, who normally would take the charge in leading all of these things, has been subsumed into the office of right. It's been subsumed into the office of the Prime Minister. So you have politicians now who are at the forefront of leading recovery efforts when really and truly they don't have the requisite skill sets. They don't have the training, but so they have politicized everything. It shows,
Kamla. It shows. You go on to the website, believe it or not, during the hurricane or even after, the website for ODPM was offline.
Oh boy. But as you said, they've been emasculated.
Yeah, it just shows how unprepared the agencies are to actually bring us through that process of crisis management. And I think that it's something that has to be rectified. I think it's something that the government has to be held accountable for. They cannot escape that. Because while we're not here to just pass blame, but I think it's a serious matter that really concerns all of us. We can't be found in a position again, I hate to say it this way, but with our pants down, because that is what happened.
Well, I want to tell you, say Desmond Mackenzie said that Jamaica did very well during burial. That's what he said. I found it laughable.
If people are confused, well, maybe the minister is living in another dimension. But for the rest of us who are out here, we were grossly and woefully underprepared.
Terribly, yes, and we're seeing that every day.
We have to change that.
Yeah. All right, so how is it going in the constituency though generally? Despite the challenges, how has it been for you since it's been about a month now since you have been declared the candidate for Northwest St. Ann? How has it been?
Well, I wouldn't even call it a month, it's a couple of weeks. But
and you dropped right in a hurricane.
It's certainly been quite an introduction coming in on, during a period like this. But so far, the response has been overwhelmingly positive, I believe. The reception has been quite warm. I think that comrades and others who don't even identify, as politically affiliated have been excited by, seeing me in the space. I think that Northwest St. Anne has so much potential to become one of those super constituencies, primarily because it has the coast that is so lucrative. It has the agricultural sector. So there are so many possibilities that exist for it, and I'm really excited about what can be done to really change the landscape of Northwest St. Anne and better create opportunities for the people that are there. So I'm excited. I think the people are excited, and I think it's gonna be a good run.
Yeah, I think so too. I think this is a good opportunity for you to showcase, the metal that I know you have, because I know you a long time, so I know your capabilities.
That's it.
Exactly. I've seen you grow on, but how is it though with the, just to touch briefly on the youth organization, with all of this, with the hurricane, how is the YO helping in the recovery efforts? I know it's hard, and a lot of the members are affected, but have you been able to do any organize anything we know how vibrant you've been as the president. Have you been able to do any sort of organization of the members on the ground to go into any communities?
Yes, so we in St. Elizabeth, where we know most of the damage was done, we started a drive.
Nice.
Region 5 is leading on that.
Excellent.
So we've started to prepare some items for distribution. We're also trying to put together a team of volunteers as well to assist. So I'm making the call here as well for anybody that has special skills. So we want persons who can go out and distribute the items that we've collected, persons who might be skilled in building, who can go ahead and help people to get things back together.
Right.
We are calling on you to reach out to us. You can message the YO page here on TikTok. You can shoot us an email. I'll put the email in the chat, Kamla.
Definitely.
You can reach out to us on Instagram, on Twitter, anywhere. If you would like to volunteer or if you would like to contribute, we would love to welcome that, because a lot of our members as well have been, really devastated.
I can imagine.
So, we're trying to do our best. Of course, limited resources, yes, but we believe that it's better for us to at least try to do something to help.
Than to can do nothing. Definitely. Boy, I know you've had a busy night. It's been a long evening for you. You had several meetings back to back, so I just want to thank you though for coming on short notice too.
Thanks,
thank you.
And I hope I can come on another time.
Yeah, man, definitely when we have more time after all of this has passed. When is your conference?
Okay, so that's what the meeting was actually about. It's August 18.
All right, good.
Yes. I see somebody say you are the first female to represent the PNP Northwest St.
Yes,
Anne.
you
yes,
are.
I recognized that as well the other day.
And the youngest candidate too.
Yes.
The first female and the youngest candidate, because I think the Comrade Jensek was a little older than you when he
1 year older when he won.
Yeah. So very good. Congratulations, my girl. I love you like my own nieces. So.
All right, take care.
All the best,
everybody.
Take care. All right, comrades. So that was Comrade Senator Gabriela Morris, and I'm happy that even though she had so many engagements, she was still able to come on. So when I get on a belly full today, when I can't complain. I miss over the weekend, but I can't complain tonight. I'm more than made up. And tomorrow we'll have more guests. Tonight we get 2 for 1. We had Comrade Dr. RJ Dixon. Big up. Listen, you see the thing with Comrade Dr. Dixon? He is always available. There are few of these comrade candidates that are they come in from time to time, and when we call upon them to speak to us, they do. Comrade Paul Patmore is one of them. Comrade Dr. Dixon, Comrade Miranda Wellington, some of them that are there. Even Comrade Chan. Once they come across the live and we call upon them, they are here. Right? So you get 2 guests for 1 tonight. We had Dr. Dixon out of North Central Clarendon, and Comrade Gabriela, Senator Gabriela Morris, out of Northwest St. Anne. So Clarendon and St. Anne. So far now we have spoken to Comrade Miranda Wellington. We've spoken to Comrade Paul Patmore. We've spoken to Comrade Patricia Duncan Sutherland. We've spoken to Comrade Patrick Peterkin. We've spoken to Comrade R.J. Dixon. And now we have spoken to Comrade Gabriela Morris. So that is 6 constituencies we have touched base with. I'm hoping that we can touch base with 2 more constituencies tomorrow and another 2 on Wednesday. Alright, and we still have the councillors to talk to as well. So we're not just talking to the MP candidates, we also want to talk to the councillors. But I want you to realize, comrades, that you have is one common denominator with all of these conversations. We hear that the people on the ground are not benefiting from their representatives. They are not benefiting from the MP then. All the constituencies that we have spoken to so far are represented by JLP MPs. And they are politicizing the distribution of the resources, comrades. They are politicizing even the reconnection of some of the utilities. I didn't know that was possible, but this is what is happening. Big up yourself in a Paul B. Thank you. But I so much people can't tell lie, you know, comrades. So much people cannot tell lie. The donkey of the day constituency is without electricity. So him well aware. Okay, well, I need to speak to Comrade Doreen KS. I want to speak to Comrade Doreen. I would love to speak to her to hear what is happening over there in Western Portland. As I said, my aim, comrades, I want to speak to representatives from all 63 constituencies because we need to hear what is happening. We need to hear how the resources are being distributed, and we need to find out how the people are getting along. That's what we need to find out, you know. So like I say, tomorrow we'll be on. I'm trying to get 2 more representatives to come and talk to me. Same for Wednesday, Thursday, you know, I won't be on. Friday is iffy so far, but I'm just putting the information out there. All right, so that is it for now, comrades. We're gonna play Jamaica Arise and call it a night. Thank you all for joining me so much. I really appreciate it. Remember, if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do. If you have not subscribed to my, and I never say follow me on TikTok, I say subscribe to my TikTok. I am gonna start doing some subscriber only content soon as well, as soon as school done. And you see how my items stay? I throw school are mad me. Alright. Corey is saying that he would love if I can speak to some JP MP. Them afraid of me like puss. No labor rights will talk to me. The other day is Christoph Dan get tricked into talking to me. He never know. Them afraid of me like puss. No labor. Listen, they have all been instructed to block me on all platforms. Some of them who have never even commented on them page, when I go on their pages, I am blocked. Some of them I have never made a comment or called them out or anything, and when you click on them platform, I am blocked. Because them get them instruction from early. You see that comrade there, stay far and wide from her. So they know them afraid of me like puss, and none of them will engage me. The other day on Win Lonesome Town Hall, we catch Christopher off guard. And I saw come him end up having to answer to me. I have to say it that way because that's exactly what he did. And he was very, very disgruntled and displeased about it. But none of them will engage me because they're afraid of me. Like puss. Alright, them prefer stay over them corner and talk about and spread rumors about me and tell me all me this, me that, everything under the sun and threaten me. Them stay over there so and issue them threats because them think say I'm afraid. Me little you know but me talawa. Me little but I am very talawa. Anyway, comrades, it's been a wonderful night. I want to thank you all for joining me. So let's stand at attention now for Jamaica Arise and then it's bedtime. Valiant crash into it. Me can't bother with you, unfriendly. Can't bother with you. You're too much.
The trumpet sounded, my countrymen all, so awake from your slumber and answer the call. The torch has been lighted, the dawn is at hand. Who joins in the fight for his own native land? Land of my birth, I pledge to thee, loyal and faithful, true to thee.
That is it, comrades. Thank you again for joining me. See you tomorrow night, same time, 7:30. Big up on yourself. Thank you. Love you too. Love you all too. Tomorrow.